everybody, it's Christine Bertram. I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It's Saturday morning, the 27th of September, and we have a beautiful sunshiny day out there, and I think we have a beautiful week of great weather upon us. It's so exciting to be able to think that we've got just a little bit more of what we might call summer. It's supposed to be in the mid to high 60s, even the low 70s this week for highs, which is, I'll take it. Definitely will take it. Oh, it's so good to have sun and no snow yet. So we are already at the end of September, you guys. It's so crazy to even think how fast September flew. I thought August went a little bit slower or maybe normal pace, but September was the blink of the eye and it was gone. And this cat is playing with something underneath the table. And I'm like, I hope you're not eating something you're not supposed to. Hunky, oh, these kittens are so cute. I've bought, you guys, if you've gotten packages from me in the past, you know they've been Stampin' Up boxes, and I try to save absolutely every small Stampin' Up box that I get. It helps cut on the shipping costs, right? So I had to pony up some money and buy some boxes, and they're currently being stored underneath the classroom tables. So if you've had class with me in the Hive here, you might have kicked them accidentally, but there's the plastic band that goes around them. I had to cut it and it's hanging there loose. And Hunky and Tigger are basically playing with that. That's what is going on. So as long as they don't eat it, I'm happy. So they find everything to eat. Julie and Karen had the most beautiful autumn toll display at the Escape this past weekend, and they had floral arrangements that had the like sticky outy things, the fake foliage, and Hunky ate it, part of it, and all of a sudden puked it up later, and he was trying to get it out of his system. So they'll eat almost anything, it seems. I don't know why he has to, but they feel like they do. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Hi, Doris Munson, babysitting. Going to try to watch live, otherwise the replay. That is the awesome thing about every video that we do on YouTube. It's always available on replay, which is great. Hi, Karen Wetstein. All right. Speaking of Karen Wetstein, you guys, she got the proofreading done for the Fun Folds PDF tutorial. I saw it yesterday that she sent back the corrections. So after my live is done today, Tyler will be at work and I'm going to run upstairs and I'm going to finish correcting it and send out the Fun Folds tutorial to everybody. That class was Tuesday. Jolene had the most horrendous, not bad, but busy, crazy, stressful week with kids' work, all of that stuff. And she just got backlogged on a couple tutorials. And you guys, she's taking vacation next week. And she's going to get us all caught up. So that's pretty amazing. I feel bad for her taking vacation to work on tutorials, but she's definitely dedicated and doesn't want to see us get behind on tutorials at all. I thought there was a squirrel. You know what I mean? Distraction squirrel. So just be patient a little bit. Again, the Fun Folds will get sent out this afternoon. And then right after that, we should have ink, paper, scissors by Monday. And then we'll have Rose's technique class right after that. And then the creative presentation file. And then she's making up the creative presentation file from the Stampin' Fun in the Sun. So yay. All right. So thank you, Karen, for proofreading that. We appreciate it. Hi, Mimi. Hopefully, I'll have a good weekend. I don't know if it'll be a restful weekend. Yeah. With deciding not to go, as much as I was looking forward to going on vacation for the next week and a half, we had it planned for the last year that we were going to go on vacation. First to Germany, that got canceled, and then we were going to go to Maine, and that got canceled. And so instead, we're going to be having a staycation. And we're hopeful by the time we come out of the time that we would have been back, that we feel that we actually are caught up with things around the house. Laundry's put away, things are in order, deep cleaning the kitchen, deep cleaning the bathroom. Like, you guys, I feel like I have not been able to thoroughly clean my house for 5 years. And so it might not be restful, but it'll be good. It'll feel good when we're all done. I even started last night. We got back from dinner last night, and I'd have to say it was about 10 o'clock, and Tyler worked on the stonework. We're putting tile in the room that we added on last year, and while he was doing that, I was cleaning the kitchen cupboards and the things that collect the dust that you just don't know where it comes from. So I started in the kitchen last night already. Oh, hi, Connie Moore. Hello, Barbara Gabi. Hi, Jeannie Gertis. There's Sue Esworthy from the Mediterranean cruise. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm kind of a little bit jelly. Can't deny it. Someday. I would love to do a Mediterranean cruise. I hope that Stampin' Up! Does go back there for an incentive trip. I know they've been to there in the past, but someday. Hi, Rebecca Hawkins from Alabama. You had 3 inches of rain over the last couple of days, and it's sunny today. So hopefully things didn't flood too much and that you guys were able to be okay with the rain. Sometimes rain's a good thing, and sometimes it's not, especially if you get so much in so little of a time. Hi, Faye Godby. Keeping me on my toes, Miss Faye. Oh my gosh, you guys, she was the first person to reach out to me to tell me, she told me I do a great job and that she appreciates everything, and the email was wrong. And I love it. Faye, you're amazing. You're so good at saying, like, hey, just FYI, this isn't correct, but by the way, we love you and appreciate you. And it makes it feel like a lot better hearing news that you didn't do something right. And you guys, I did things on Thursday. I did 2 things on Thursday night after class, besides other things, but 2 stamping things. And one was sending out the Radically Retro swap update, and one was sending out the showcase email. And each one of those things I had to do 3 times. And we say third time's a charm, but man, oh man, does it create extra work. So Faye, thank you for bringing all that to my attention. And then Susan Bellamy brought it to my attention too. So you guys, everybody keeps me on my toes. You guys, I've learned, you guys, if you know, I'm a little bit of trying to be always correct the first time I do something. And I've learned there's a lot of things to do, which you guys know that there's always so many things to do. And I learned from Rhonda Wade. I did her training for 3 years. I haven't done it now for about 2.5 years, but I did it every month for 3 years. And one of the things I got out of it is that done is better than perfect. And that's a hard thing to stomach, I guess you could say, especially for somebody who likes things done the correct way right off the bat. And so when you're rushed for time, it's just better to get it done. And if you find that you make mistakes, you just fix them. So that's why you got 3 emails yesterday or whatever day I send them. So yeah, that's how it goes. Hi, Patty Wright. Hi, Jean Shoot. I'm so excited that we got your package in the mail on Monday. I hope that it is there by you already, or that it's arriving very soon. You've waited a long time to get some of that stuff because we skipped August. So there's a lot of stuff in there. Hi, Pat Smothers. Hello, Susan Bellamy. Hello, Mimi Howenstein. And there's Sue Deppis. Hi to Sherry Stewart. And the PDF has, yes, Mimi Howenstein. I sent the PDF for the escape on Wednesday, probably around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's also in the the Google Drive folder. I believe you're not on Facebook. If I remember correctly, you have the Google Drive. It was put in that folder on Wednesday. So go look for it either in your email or in the Google Drive. Hello, Debbie Gast. There's Karen Forward. Karen Forward, are you back from Arizona? You probably know why I'm asking. We've got die cutting ready to do. Hi, Margene Eskelson. There's Susan Tabit. Wow, let me see if I can say this. Tabachnik. Maybe Tabachnik? Watching from Florida. Yay. All right. Well, Susan, just know you can always catch the rest of it on the replay. And there's Nancy Mole from Lake Erie. Hi, Donna Grushke. Hi, Nedra Dover. And there's Yvette from Jacksonville, North Carolina. So, Yvette, when I was doing the escape, I couldn't remember if you were California or North Carolina, and I guessed both of them, and I was right with the North Carolina. You guys, I do try to remember what state everybody is from, and I guess if I had to do a quiz on it, I'd probably get an 80%, I think. So I either the first or the second guess I would get right. Hi, Jean Terwilliger, and that saved a lot of their boxes in the Amazon. Have you tried the free priority mail boxes and just wrap them in paper bag? Yes, that's exactly. So when the post office had the regional A and the regional B boxes, when they had those before they stopped, I ordered 500 of each one. They were free, right? So why not? And I continued to use them for about 2 years. So like they just ran out. So hi, Mary Carls. They maybe ran out maybe 5 months ago. And they were, so stockpile of boxes in the other room is what that was. Hi, Sherry Ott. And there's Mary Carls. About you woke up just in time for the showcase. Good job. Yay. Hi, Pat Settle. Hi, Julie Damaris. Oh, I love the shirt. Okay, so yes, This is the shirt that we got for the Wounded Warrior benefit, which was exactly a year ago. It was October 2nd of last year when we had all these shirts on for the Wounded Warrior benefit. And if you like it, we got them off of Etsy. I believe that Chris Duderenki, if I'm not mistaken, found them, and we ordered 40 of them. All the helpers wanted to match, so we all ordered them. I even ordered extra, and the guest speaker Mary was able to wear one. Sarah Douglas ended up buying one. Like I bought extra in case anybody else wanted to buy them. So we all bought our shirts and we all matched and we looked awesome. I have a great great picture of all of us wearing them. It was super cool. So Etsy, and if you really are interested in purchasing it, send me an email and I can send you the link on Etsy because I believe they are still available. So I love it. It's very soft and it fits really nice. I'm wearing a medium. It's like snug enough on me that I could have gotten by with a large too. So if you're a dedicated large, you would be fine with a large. I'm generally a medium to a large, and the medium fits. So there's Mary Lemke on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, Margene said she received her box yesterday. Yay! I'm so excited that you can play with goodies too. Yay! All right, and Patty got her happy mail. And the flat rate boxes are free. So you're right. I get it. The flat rate boxes are free. I would have to wrap all of them. Hi, Hunky Noodle Boy. You're not going to... oh, man. Are you really coming this way? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know how we feel about wrapping boxes like presents. I'd have to purchase the paper. And I don't know if Mom and Diane are excited or would be excited about wrapping boxes. Here's a kitten sight in case you guys want to see Hunky Butt. Hi, Hunky Noodle. What's that, Buttercup? So, yeah, I don't know. I'd have... the box is like, oh my gosh, he doesn't even know where to walk. He's like, Mom, you have so much stuff everywhere. Why can't you just have a counter for us to walk on? Oh, Hunky, you're funny. All right. Sorry. So, you guys, it is the morning time. I usually take the morning to clear my throat. I don't know. I get it from my dad and my grandma because my mom said she didn't get it. I didn't get it from her. So Mary said she loves her shirt. It's a very comfortable shirt. Absolutely. I have the flower in metal on my back door. Need to change it to fall. No, yeah, it's time to get things changed to fall. My dad officially, he called on the 21st and he said, it's time, it's fall, it's autumn, no longer summer. And I'm like, Dad, don't tell me that. So I have the morning frog. That will take a little bit for that to clear up, you guys. So I'm sorry, it's probably a little annoying, but it is what it is. I can't change it very much. If it's really bad, I put it on mute and then you guys can't hear it. So we do that sometimes. But we're going to do the showcase. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, there's a Hunky. He's drinking his water. I have, after I go through all of the classes that are coming up for October and the events that are coming up for October, I am going to share with you what I have from the past that is still available. I get lots of new people. I shouldn't say lots. I get enough new people that start watching me and they aren't aware that I've got past things available. So I always take time at the end of this showcase to show what I have. And we made a little dent last month going through some past things. Like, it did not grow. It definitely did not grow. And we did pretty good at forecasting for, I just remembered I have to grab the autumn toll class. The IPS. We did pretty good at forecasting. We have lots extra of the autumn toil class. Toil. I want to say toil, you guys. It's toil or toil, whatever, however you say it. Hi, Linda Kester. Hi, Kari Dwyer. Playing nurse this morning. Your daughter had wisdom. Oh. Tell her I'm so sorry about having to have her wisdom teeth pulled out. Hopefully it's not too cumbersome or painful for her. I had my wisdom teeth pulled out in 1999. I was a freshman in college. And I remember coming home and they got infected. And it was in December-ish. My grandpa had just passed away and I had gotten an infection in them. So my mom was really busy taking care of everything that needed to get done with my grandpa's passing, and they got infected. So I had drove myself back to the dentist or whoever did it, and they had to cut it open and take care of it. This is gross. Take care of it. It was a bloody mess, and I almost fainted, and I just remember thinking, where's my mom? I need my mom. She would help me. And I had to go through this by myself because my mom was busy, I think, at the funeral home or something. She was working on the funeral arrangements. And so that's what I remember about getting my wisdom teeth out. So whatever they tell her to do, make sure to do it, and hopefully they don't get infected. So it was not a good experience. It makes my life, bleh. So Hi, Sherry Everett. Long time no talk to you, too. Karen says you won't be back until October 5th. Oh, man. You're celebrating your birthday this weekend with your cousin Cindy. Oh, happy birthday to you. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so that's good to know that it's the 5th. I knew it was about 2 weeks, and I just didn't remember what time it was or what day. So I'm hopeful that we'll have all of it done by then. So I'll know that I need to see once who else can help with the die cutting. Okay, good to know. So, Hunky, we'll put this on for you, buddy. Just a little bit. He's a little puddler. Okay, there's Julie. Thanks for liking and sharing. I appreciate it. I hope everybody else does too. So we've got a game plan. I printed off my schedule off of the computer. It says that it was last revised on August 14th. So we'll see how current or accurate it is. Sometimes things change. It is probably the last thing I update. The first thing I always update is the YouTube event. So like the first email I sent yesterday morning said that I was gonna be live Friday afternoon at 1:30. It also said I was gonna be live Saturday at 10:30 a.m. It said different things. And one of the ways that you can always be certain, for the most part, 99% of the time, if you go to the YouTube, my YouTube channel, and you're looking for a specific class, it tells you what time the class is gonna be at, because I have those already scheduled out. We did have a minor hiccup with share recipe, create a card, inspire others, because Wednesday I had it set for 10 and I realized Gina was live at 10, but I also didn't have a recipe. This is the first time in 2.5 years that I didn't have a recipe card. And if Mary Lemke would have known that this past weekend, she would have made a recipe card for me, and she would have made a card, and she would have had it all staged and ready for me, but we didn't think about that. And so we missed it, and it's okay. So I have to learn to be okay with that. So we'll make up for it in October. But that was the only time that I missed changing that live. I got to it at 10:15 and the live was said to start at 10. So I was off by about 15 minutes and people were asking Gina in her live, and that's just how it goes. So she didn't know. So I have the printed off copy. So we're going to go through all the core classes, all the extra stuff that is coming up in October. I also have some classes for Carissa to show you. I have classes from Julie and Gina. So I've got quite a bit to show you. And I also then will go through the Palooza and any past stuff that I have. So yay. All right. Product shares, DSP samplers, all the good stuff. All right. So for those of you that are new to me, I'm Christine. I'm from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I teach classes in person here in my hive. There's a classroom right over there. Yay. So we have classes there. We had a magical past weekend. Last weekend we had the Autumn Creative Escape. 60 people kind of rocked and rolled right through here over the course of 4 days. And then I also have an online element to the business where we do online classes where we kit up lots of stuff. Lots of amazing card kits. Over 30,000, probably about 32,000 to 35,000 card kits get prepared each year, and we mail out card kits all over the United States. So if you're looking to get awesome easiness and handmade greeting cards made, consider getting kits from me. Sometimes you can pay for them straight up, and sometimes you can place orders to get them for free. And depending on the class, some are both and some are the opposite. Like some are order based and some are fee based. So it just depends on what the class is. I also have a website. So if I flip down here, and show you, if you go to cardsbychrisb.com, that's my website. And if you need to email me, my email address is here if you want to enroll for classes. This is an email address, but we just started a new process in the last month, and it has been phenomenal doing the new enrollment process that I came up with Kelly. And it's awesome. So it walks you through every class, what you could sign up for, and it gives me a one-stop shop for you to let me know what you want next month. And then while we go to prepare and ship everything, I have a comprehensive overview of how many people want this class, how many people want that. And when I'm shipping your specific package, I could be looking at that and say, oh, she wanted this, this, and this. Where's this class? Okay, oh, it's over on this other pile over here that it never got married. And it was amazing. So it really did help to have that. So if anybody that wants to get classes from me can fill out the registration form, even if you filled out, like, let's say you're doing the Palooza with me, if you fill out that registration form, that helps, because then it's my one comprehensive look. Now, if people don't, it's okay. I can always go on the back end and do the registration myself for you. So it's just out of last month, I believe we shipped 130 packages, and we had 88 or 89 people that filled out the registration form. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. It was great. Hi, Gwen Goda. So so Margene said she loves the new enrollment. So I want to just make sure you guys know that this is out here, and not wearing your reading glasses. It's all right. I'm going to show you where the registration form is. Now, if you don't get emails from me at the moment, okay, so what I need to do, and I did this last month, in the YouTube for this event, I need to put the registration form, and you know what I mean? We're going to make a list here. So after class, I'm going to make sure it's in the description, add the form to the YouTube video. So when we're looking at the YouTube here, when we go into more, I have this description, and this is where I'm going to add a link here that is the registration form. So right now, when you guys click on that link, it actually takes you, I believe, to September, right? So not good. Don't go to that one. I realize now that it's one more thing that I need to add to my to-do list is to update that. So in the description for this video, I will update it so it's the October one. But you're wondering, how do I get the form now? Okay, if you get emails from me, I included an email yesterday. It was the October class showcase. So if you guys get emails from me, right? If you don't, you can subscribe to get emails from me. Go to cardsbycrispy.com and sign up for my emails. But I sent this email yesterday morning, and if you click, so if you click here, check out the new registration form by clicking here. That's there. So this says October, right? That's what's important, that you sign up for October. And through here, you put your name, your address, and I'm just going to go through maybe the process so you can see here. Let's just populate as much as I can. And email address. Oops, it didn't populate. And then I don't care about my address. You guys make sure you put your right address. But then it goes through, do you want ink, paper, scissors? And you want to do it in person with Diane or with me, mailing or porch pickup? You click it. Or you could put no. Do you want traditional Christmas card class? Do you want, maybe not, okay. Do you want sign design? Yeah, absolutely. Let's get that mailed. And then here's October monthly class. So today we're going to go through all the cards, which you're having a hard time seeing, but then this will help you. Yep, you're going to do it in person with me. So Rose just gave me her technique cards, the pictures today. So in the near future, we'll have a cover photo here. And then do you want the order-based class? Knowing that that one is free, it's offered free with an order. So you can do porch pickup. Like, so I'm just like, you know, nonchalantly picking whatever, but do you want the Wounded Warrior card benefit? Right? Do you want any of these to be placed, that you're going to place an order to get any of them for free? And would you like any other past things? So somebody reached out to me, Jenny Knutson reached out. She's like, I want the to market ink, paper, scissors, right? So then you can write in that. Oh, if you want the October paper pumpkin, right? This is free form text where you can type what you want extra, right? And then you just hit next. And if it doesn't let you go, it's meaning that there's something that's not filled out. Then I have additional offerings in October. Do you want the Palooza? Yes, to-go box. Ooh, I gotta fix that option 1. I don't know why that's there. Just ignore that. And then, would you like the DSP sampler? Nope, I'm good. Do you want any product shares? Nope, I'm good. Would you like any sweet shares? Oh, maybe I'll get Lights of Aurora. Okay. And then do you want version 3 printed of the Beekeeper's Guide? I can connect you with my printer. Yes, no. Now, if you want the electronic, just click there. And then it takes you to, do you want one package shipped to you, or do you want porch pickup? And then next. And then how do you plan to pay? I'm going to do Zelle. And that's it. And then where can you find me? So don't stop here. Keep going, because some people end here and they think they're done. It's not done. So where can you find me? It just says information. Click next. How to contact me. This is my information, so you always have it handy. And then hit submit, right? And then what happens is you should get an email that says that you filled out the registration form, and it might just pop up here. I've got so much crap. There it is. Oh my gosh. So right here, then you should get an email from me saying that you did your registration. Okay. That's the first step. Get your registration filled out. even if it's for one thing, just go through the process. I would really appreciate it. Then I see that your registration's done. And then what will happen is when I have some time, which I don't know how much I can dedicate it to this week, Tyler took vacation. And I've been saying, now you're not going to work, right? We're going to work on things around the house. You're not going to work. He's like, and you're not going to do emails and you're not going to do stamping things. And I'm like, yes, dear, that is true, dear. I'm going to try not to, no, I'm not going to do anything. Okay. So that means that you may not get an email back from me this week. If you do, that means I snuck it in, and don't tell Tyler. It's okay. Like, I just don't need him, like, but if he, I'm going to try my best to get it all done. So that my goal is, so if we look at the calendar, you guys, please just don't expect an email back probably until maybe around the 6th or the 7th of October, right? So I promised him next week that I would stay off of stuff, but just know if you get that email confirmation, that means it was submitted, and I will be working on it, and I will send an email back to you that will tell you a total to send, right? Don't stress about it. I know some people have a hard time owing people money. I hear that because they tell me that. But don't ever worry about it with me. Just wait to get the email. Don't try to add it up yourself, because then what happens is the amount might be wrong, and then we have a credit, or you owe me more, and then it's more back and forth. So I would say just be patient and don't send me an email regarding the registration, because then I get another email and then I have another email that I feel like I need to reply to. So I expect to be back into my computer responding to the class registrations on October 6th and the 7th, right? We're not planning to ship quite then yet anyways, so don't worry. For those people that like to write checks, it's okay. If the check's in the mail, I believe you. It's all good. So, okay. So just that would help me a lot for everybody to do the registration form, especially this month. So, okay. So, hi, Kelly. Okay, so that's a little bit about how to get signed up for classes. Now, that is, and we need to remember that you are unavailable this coming week. Pretty much. I mean, Tyler would say there are no stamping emergencies, or there are no emergencies in stamping, but I get it. If you do need something and you do call me, I will, if I miss it, I miss it. We're planning to work on putting stone up next week, because it's going to be beautiful. So it takes, once you get started at 8 o'clock or 9, we don't get or started at 8, but 9 o'clock, we're going to work on it till 5. And our hands are in gloves. We're going to have safety glasses on. We're going to be working with a wet saw. I will not be living in my phone most of all of next week. Okay. So just if you need something though, and it's a dire emergency, don't hesitate. I'll see if I can go to the bathroom and give you a call. That's usually how I operate. Checking texts and calls from the bathroom. Somebody told me that just going, like, sitting on the toilet or like going to the bathroom is just another chair to do business from. So that's kind of how it works. But yeah, so the registration process is going to be amazing for me, because what I do is I kind of work my way down through it, and it just gives me a good order of who did it first, and then I'll work on their emails first. And if you want to use the cbcenroll@gmail.com, because the last thing I want to do is deter somebody from signing up for classes. So I said this last month, and I always say it, if you need help with something and you want to get signed up, the main thing is that I know that you want to take a class with me. So if it's easier for you to send me the email, just know that I will probably get to that email last, versus those who do the registration form. I work in the registration form, and then I go to my emails and start checking them. And so just know that I might not get to your email as quickly as possible if you don't use the registration form, but by all means, use the cbcenroll@gmail.com, or send it to chrismbertram@msn.com, or you guys, there's so many email addresses, but right here, Christine@cardsbycrispy.com is perfect. I need to call you before next week. I have at least 4 questions. Yes, Connie, and I need to talk to Becky Gandolfo too. I've been meaning to call her. I got through a few people yesterday, which was awesome. I got to connect with a few people that I've been meaning to have conversations with, which was great. So Connie, yeah, give me a call sometime after 2 o'clock Central Time today. Tyler will still be at work. Hi, Rosie Prouty. And there you go, from Los Angeles. Yay. Okay, so that's a little bit about the registration process. Hopefully you guys just look for it. And the other thing too is I will put that registration link in every event. And I haven't done it yet. I got to figure out when I'm going to have time to do this. But if you go to my events calendar, if you go to September, you can see an example here. So if you go to a class, last month I added it as the first paragraph. Check out the new registration form by clicking here. So I'm going to add this verbiage and make sure I have October in every class that is for October, right? So when you come to October here for, let's say, October monthly class, right now it's not here, but going forward, I got to sneak this afternoon. I'm going to sneak that in and to make sure I get that paragraph as the first one. So it would be in every event that I have for October that you could get kits for. You'll find it there. Hello, Snowy Mom. Julie said, agreed. I'm sure we can all make projects we have without bothering Christine. Always double check your own emails before asking questions or write it down for later. And that's what I tell people too. That is a great thing, Julie. So if people have questions, instead of sending me one email with a question and then sending me another email with a question and then another, write them down on a piece of paper or start an email and put it in a draft status and then send it once you have a whole bunch of questions all at one time. Because then what I usually do is I'll just pick up the phone and I will call you and I'll be like, hey, let's go through all this stuff in 2 minutes versus me spending a half hour trying to type an email, because I would rather talk to you guys than to type an email any day of the week. So, and then same thing, or if you don't want to type it up on the computer or in your text, just take a picture of it, handwrite the note and send me a picture of it. That works too, you guys. Make it easy on yourselves. Okay, I have a note here about team swag. So I don't want to forget about this. So if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, or will soon be joining my team, because I know there's a sign-up special coming up. If you would like to get team swag, apparel. Swag is apparel. If you want to get anything, you can, let me just see, I gotta get the password in here. You can go to my website, and it's also on my Facebook group, but there's a link here that has team swag order form. And you click here and it takes you into another form. So you guys, I've been loving the Google Forms. It's so helpful for me to stay organized. But we have different things that you can order from a bee perspective, like jackets and vests and fleece pullovers, hoodies, and we have the yellow team shirts and short sleeve and long sleeve, purple shirts and short and long, not the guy. You don't get the guy, but you get the shirt. They're just eye candy. How about that? There's backpacks and there's hats. And so if anybody wants to order that, I'm going to be working on another order this beginning of October. So if you could, I think I put in there, if you could order by, I think October 3rd, 4th, or 5th, something like that, that will give me some time to try to get it ordered and have it in time for the team meeting or to ship slightly after the team meeting. So I wanted to remind my bees about that there's a new order that's going in. Hi, Carol Alanis with the purple hearts. Long time no talk. So if you're thinking about joining my team or Jenna's team or Gina's team or Julie's team or Susan Bellamy's team or if you're just Jay's team, anybody on my team, if you're thinking of joining somebody on my team as well, you are also a Be Happy Stamper, right? So I extend my invitation of all my things down to my 2nd, 3rd, I would even say 4th levels or 5th levels. I am not going to end it at the 4th level like Stampin' Up does. I don't have any 4th levels, but if I ever would, they would still be included. So I just want you guys to know, if you're thinking about joining anybody, my team or any of my direct levels teams, you could also order Be Happy Stamper apparel, okay? You'll have it in time for if you go to Long Beach with us. Sign up special in October, and you can't rejoin until November. Oh, Julie, I'm so sorry to hear that timing just didn't work out. I am, on the other hand, though, Yvette Lopez, she is one that she can get in on October. So it's just the timing of it. So, yeah. And I was talking to Nancy Mole yesterday. You can't think negatively about when you join. Or who was I talking to Kelly about? Like, you can't be like, so demonstrators joined in September and August, and now they might think, oh gosh, if I just would have waited till October. No, you can't think that way, guys. If you signed up in October or August or September, there was a reason you did. You were ready for it then, and there just happens to be a deal now in October. You can't change it. You can't dwell on it. It's not worth it to have negative energy with it. The same with, I was talking with Nancy about the free shipping and the stamp sale. If Stampin' Up announced a sale 3 weeks ago for a sale that starts tomorrow, nobody would order. I would say 80% of us would not order anything, and we would hold our orders until the day of the sale. And what is the warehouse going to do? They're going to twiddle their thumbs, and they're going to have nothing to do. And then all of a sudden the day of the sale comes, and they're going to be inundated, and they're going to be overwhelmed and stressed out. So Stampin' Up doesn't announce sales except for like maybe 2 days in advance, 3 days in advance, if we're lucky, a week, and they notice it. Like people hold their orders. And so, I mean, what would you do for a Klondike bar? No, what would you do if you were in Stampin' Up shoes? Like, it's a hard thing. So you can't be upset too. I mean, it's happened to me where I placed a rather large order and then the free shipping was announced, and I'm like, I could have saved $200 in shipping. But I can't think about it. Like, oh, cat fur. Don't think about that. Just keep moving on, right? Keep her moving. All right, you guys ready? Freddies? I'm ready. So, are you ready? As Justin Timberlake would say, are you ready? So, my purple book is where I keep all my class registrations, in case you're wondering. The main thing is that I make sure I get you registered in here for classes, because this is what we work off of big time, and I do roll call off of that. So, once you guys do your registration via the form, I log it in my book. I keep an electronic spreadsheet. Hi, Joy Moody. Better late than never. You know it. So I keep track of a lot of things, and primarily, as long as I get you signed up, that's all that matters. I have so many piles here. Let me just move this one out of the way for right now. So we're going to start with the monthly class. That was my class that I started with. You guys, this is available on my website. If you go to cardsbycrispy.com. Oh, hang All right, better. So over the last week, I started to get people asking the same thing, because I made an announcement in a class that the PDF would be ready, and then I said this would be happening, and things change. And I told Tyler at breakfast yesterday, I said, I need a bulletin board. And he's like, no, we are not hanging a bulletin board in the living room. I'm like, no, I need an electronic bulletin board so I can write out announcements for people, so that if you're wondering about something, that you could go check here first. And maybe I've said something that would apply to a lot of you, then you wouldn't have to necessarily, not that I don't want to talk or email with you. I just thought, well, this is a great way to help answer questions. Hi, Deandon. I want to share this with you. If you go to my website, cardsbycrispy.com, and you go to the resources tab here, I created this new section at the top that's announcements and wrap what's up. So the Ace Make and Take YouTube lives happen Friday. Check the agenda and email sent Wednesday, 9/24 for unlisted links. Okay, perfect. So like, that's a great thing to know, that if you were doing that event with me, I did that. The October showcase is set for today. Oh, here it is. I'm so excited. It's on there. It's on the website, you guys. This is open to everybody right now. So even if you just are watching me for the first time, if you go to my announcement and what's up, the October showcase is set for today at 10:30 Central. Click here to get to the registration form. It's right there. So you can definitely register already. The catalog launch Fun Folds PDF is being proofread Friday, right? So I just announced that, but if you would have come here, you would have seen that. The September IPS Technique Club ACE presentations, they're in the works. I'm looking for more people to sign up for the Radically Retro Swap. We need about 8 more people, or 8 cards, to finish off group 4. We're looking for people to donate baskets for the Wounded Warrior, and also there are spots open. The Fall Palooza registration is about half full, and the September classes that sold out were the monthly and the Fun Folds, because I got somebody that just signed up for the monthly class and they probably didn't know that it was full. So this is where you could come check this out, and I will be keeping this as a live and active announcement board for you guys. And then after that continues the resources. About this file right here is the 2025 schedule, and then down here are still the past classes that are available that I'm going to go through at the end of the live. All right, so there you go. So that is an amazing thing too, that I thought, oh man, this is a great way for me to connect with everybody. So because I had so many people ask about the FunFold PDF, and I'm like, oh, if they would have known to look here, they would have seen that it was being proofread Friday. So I'm trying to streamline conversations and updates with you guys. So, all right. So the monthly class is my core class that I started doing back in 2016 in the March of that year. It's always been 3 cards featuring 3 different bundles. And this month, we're going to be featuring Branching Out and Jolly Holly and Homemade Treats. So, the homemade treats, we tried to make it look like you were baking some gingerbread men and you were putting them in the oven and you're holding your mitts, and so we love it. We were excited to kind of make it realistic. So you'll get your 3 little gingerbread men. Look at your mitts, are so adorable. We have them embossed with the glass and garden embossing folder. We did pull in the distressed tile back here because that just seemed to fit this card really nicely. And it says special delivery. So the special delivery actually comes from that set that is the North Pole, I think. There's a North Pole set in here with the animals, the aminals. It's this guy right here. So that special delivery is from that Jolly Delivery set. So I didn't bring that, but just in case you want that sentiment on there. So we've got, this one is from Homemade Treats. You do not need to have the stamp set, okay? So Kathy Showalter, this is the bundle you just won at the Escape. So hopefully this card gives you some inspiration to make. And then on the inside, we did stamp the little gingerbread dude, and it's beginning to taste like Christmas, but you just need sentiments, okay? How Mimi likes the virtual bulletin board. Good. Hello, Mary Calling. Too much talking and you get to lose figure of which is which. What are you telling me? Hang on. I got to read what you're saying because you're telling me I'm talking too much. Too much talking and you get lost to figure out which is which you need to cut. I don't know what you're talking about. So too much talking and you get to which is which you need to cut. I don't know why you're talking about witches, but I'm not talking about witches. And I'm not sure if that's negative or not, but this is, anybody knows that if you watch me, I talk a little bit in the beginning, and we have lots of things to update the community about. So we're not making cards today either. We're going over a showcase, and I'm trying to explain to people what cards are coming up for classes next month. And so you can choose, I'm trying to like take this as positively as I can, because I'm not sure if you're trying to be negative with me, but you don't have to watch if you don't want to. So, all right, we're gonna keep going, guys. All right. Hello, Sil. You love the idea of the virtual board. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And that, awesome, good, I'm so happy. So that was the first card, Homemade Treats. And then we have Branching Out. Thanks. You know, I have heard more times than not that people enjoy what I talk about and that you like to feel that you're being updated on what's going on with the community. And so I'm not going to worry about Mary calling at all. And if anything, I can always, you guys, you don't know this, but we can remove people from by clicking on your name. We can make it so that you can't see our content. And we can do the same thing in Facebook. So if I ever get negative people, that's all I have to do. And we're not about negativity here, we're about positivity. So I don't know if she was trying to be negative or not, but I just needed to set the record straight that we talk on this show and I talk and engage with you guys. You know, one more thing, there are demonstrators who never even look at the comments and never engage with you at all. I try to look at absolutely every comment that you guys are saying and try to respond to you on top of it and keep my head straight about everything that we're doing. So I'm not certain if I need to do anything more with her, but except for delete her from the content. So, all right. So Branching Out is the other second one that we feature. Now this will be your double dipper. So we did just feature this card with the Autumn Creative Escape, and that's what we do with the Escape. We use those cards and sprinkle them into other classes. And so this one is getting sprinkled in to the monthly class. And all you need is a sentiment. We did use some little branches here, and then we also used them on the inside. But there are so many other pine bough sets that have been through the years, and you can definitely pull them in if you want to. So, but that set is called Branching Out. This one was an eye-opener for people at the Escape. They didn't realize how cool this set was, especially with the die cutting, the labels that you can die cut with it. All right, the last one, and I was on the fence if we were going to use this. This was an online exclusive that I believe launched in July, and it's called Jolly Holly, and it includes an embossing folder, and it's a hybrid one. So it die cuts and embosses at the same time. And what we did is we highlighted the area that gets popped up, that gets die cut, and so we tried to make the holly leaves look like they had more distinction, so that otherwise they got kind of washed away. And then that die cut joy comes from the die set as well, as do these rectangles. And we pulled in some Christmas tags designer series paper. So we've got a Christmas card in the works for you guys. So it's getting to be October. We need to start thinking. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Thanks, Rebecca. I appreciate it. And Linda likes the chatter too. All right. Yeah, exactly. So you guys know what you get when you get me. I got the gift of gab, and I got it for my grandpa Haas. He could sit on a park bench while my grandma was going shopping, and Like he would go and he would sit outside. He could strike up a conversation with a total stranger and they could just talk about anything. And that I get that from my grandpa. And so I'm blessed because I have that. So you tune in for the chat. Exactly, Debbie. Great. I appreciate that. So this one, you don't even really need anything for the outside, except for we did do a little background stamping on the white rectangle. But then on the inside, we have, may the spirit of the season bring you hope, happiness, and love. And that saying, and the holly come from here. You feel like you're part of the group, right, Sherry? Exactly. That is why I try to engage with everybody. Do what you always do. Thanks, Jean. So this is the monthly class. It features these 3 cards. This class is free with an order, or you can pay for it, right? So we've got the class coming up in October. It's like the 13th, the 18th for in-person. For you guys online, you're going to get me on October 16th is when we're going to have this one. It's free with a minimum $60 order. If you're one that wants to place orders and get product from Stampin' Up, that's when you can get free classes from me. This is one of them you can pick to get free. Or it's $19 plus shipping. So if you are getting multiple things, we add on $2 for shipping, and if it's the only class you're getting, shipping is $6. So that's the first class, yay. So that is October monthly class. And I think I'm so loving, I haven't seen this one since yesterday. I just pulled it out of the, like we had it on the pile, getting ready to prep. I'm loving it today. I love it. So that's what we've got for the monthly class. All right. As long as I've got branching out here, I'm going to pull up Rose's class. So Rose is doing, so that was the monthly. And then we have on the back side here, we have the Technique Club class. So I partner with Rose Coleman. Hang on. Rose Coleman is in Canada. So if you're watching me and you're from Canada and you're looking for an amazing demonstrator, please reach out to Rose. Or if you're looking to take classes, Rose teaches classes. She has an online presence, an amazing Facebook channel that you guys can get lots of creative content from Rose. And so she designs the Technique Club class cards. I design the Sweet class cards. And then she offers my class in Canada, and I offer her class here in the United States. And she just sent me this morning, and I want to share with you her cards so that you can decide if you want to do her class. Now, her class is order-based only. And what happens is once you place 10, you get this class 10 months in a row by placing an order 10 months in a row, you get host rewards from me and a half-off bundle. I have not been diligent about checking. I don't know. Chris has been a little backlogged with the bookkeeping part of my business. So she hasn't given me, I asked her for a list last month and she's didn't get it to me in time. So I need to get a list from her so that I know who has earned it and so that we can start satisfying your rewards. Okay. I haven't lost track of it. It's just, she's as busy as I am. But here are the cards. You guys, I don't have them live in the flesh, but I have pictures of them. So she's featuring branching out as well. And the technique is, what did she say? The technique is triple layering stamping technique. And so here's the first card. Oh, Rosie Proudy's asking a good question. I'll tell you, Rosie, in just a second. So that's the second card, right? And so you'll get to do some blending with your blending brushes and make a nice sunset. And then that's the last card. And this one is the one that features the technique where it's the layering stamping. Okay, so that is a $60 order, and you'll get that class with Rose. So Rose teaches that on her YouTube channel on October 23rd. All right, so the question, just really quick question came up from Rosie. She asked what designer series paper was under there. So I know you might not recognize it. It's called Need for Tweed. And we used 2 patterns on 2 other cards, and so we have 2 patterns left, and so we pulled it into this one. And I think it looks great. We were very kind of blown away by it. So it's called Need for Tweed. Yeah, so Nancy says they have a postal strike. And I feel like your Canadian Post has been taking you guys and putting you through the ringer with strike, no strike. For the last 2 years, I feel like I've only heard things with the Canadian Post that hasn't been great with shipping, that it has made it a burden for shipping. Okay, so Rose's class for October features branching out. So that's why I wanted to share that with you because that was in my hand. All right, so ink, paper, scissors. Now that is a fee-based class. You can only pay for it to get it. Like you can only pay for it to get it. So it's not free with an order. And that's the class that I probably get most asked about is, can I get that one free with an order? And no, I'll have to tell you every single time, that it's not free with an order. It's always a fee based, and it starts at it's $34 plus shipping. So let me just, here, I'm just gonna grab that. Perfect. So it's $41 if you're getting it only by itself, and if you add it to your package, then it's $36. So a lot of you might be getting the Paper Palooza next month, and if you wanted to add this class on, you definitely could. So it's peaceful. So what we did is so the bundle here is called Peace on Earth, and there's an extra add-on bundle that you can get. It's kind of geared towards the scrapbooking world, I think. It's called Peaceful Days. So we called the class Peaceful Days on Earth. So that's the name of the ink, paper, scissors. And 2 of them are fun folds. I'll be teaching this class with you guys on October 30th, all right? And then Diane's got it on the 29th. And this is the first one. So there's enough paper for you guys to do your envelope flaps, which is super cool. I always love that. And this one, we haven't done this fun fold for a couple of years. So when you open it, so we love these little envelopes. And then there's little sprigs that go for the dove to carry. And so we've got that card looking like that, Heartfelt Prayer. So we made it into a really super cool sympathy card with a matching envelope. Hi, Carissa. Sorry you've been down to one arm the last 2 weeks, hoping to work on everything today if I can stomach the pain. Oh no. Well, that's not good. So when you say you're down to one arm, does that mean you injured yourself, Carissa? Did you not, hopefully you didn't break your arm. Oh my gosh. And if it's too, don't even bother. It's all right. It really is. So another one with a pretty envelope. This is your other fun fold. And there we put a little blue envelope, the Secret C. So that opens like that. Really pretty. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. And this one is the next one. And not a fun fold, but still super pretty. This paper here, that pattern reminds me of Greece. For some reason, Athens and Greece, and just the little, it's like little olives. And then we did this one as a sympathy card. So with this one, you get a quarter pack of the designer series paper, and you get the gems, and you get the roll of ribbon because it's ink, paper, scissors. So ink, paper, scissors is a product paste class. And then this one right here is a super pretty one too. So you get to use 2 designer papers together. We found 2 that complement each other. And there's the little sprig, which is super cool. And so that's the 4th card. So we kept this one down back to 4 cards. Usually ink, paper, scissors, 4 cards, but next month it'll have 5 and then we'll be back to 4. So sometimes it's hard to only make 4 cards with all the designer paper that they have. All right, so it's called Peaceful Days on Earth, and it's ink, paper, scissors. So you could definitely get that one added to your package. Then we have, let's go down the row here, Paper Pumpkin. So you can subscribe to get your pumpkins directly from Stampin' Up, or if you miss it and you want to get it from me, you can definitely do that. Kelly is going to be teaching the September pumpkin class on the 2nd, which is this coming week. I think it's like next Thursday. And then the November kit, she'll be teaching, oh, I'm so sorry. The October kit, she'll be teaching that on October 30th. And how the pumpkin works is if you subscribe by the 10th of the month, you get the next month. So we just got Fall for Tall, or Fall for, it must be Twall, because that rhymes. And I may or may not have, I could have one left, possibly. But this one's for Kelly to do. So I'm going to save that here for her. And how it works is if you don't want to fill out a subscription for it, but you want it, and you want to save shipping, then I can set up one of my subscriptions to go directly to you. And it would only be $28. It's normally like $28.30, but I just do 28, I round down. And what I would do is go into my account, and I would change the address from my house to your house. And so it would directly ship from Stampin' Up. Now, if I happen to have it here, and it's already gotten to my house, then it'll be $28, but then it'll be shipping to your house. And then shipping is usually $7 or $8. And if we want to add other things with it, we can always do that too. So there's always options with the pumpkin. But if I know before the 10th of the month that you want it, then I can change my subscription. And as long as you send me money for it beforehand, then we're good to go. So that's a little bit about the pumpkin. And let's just see. I was going to see if Carissa said if she broke her arm or if she got hurt some other way. All right, so that's the pumpkin. That's down here. Now, the Sweet Bundle class, I had mentioned that I do partner with Rose on this. She offers this class to those in Canada. And in October, we've got it's actually Traditions of Christmas, but I think I told Kelly it was called Traditional Christmas Oops. Either way, same class. And so what it features is Christmas greenery and traditional labels. Oh, so maybe it is traditional Christmas. But we have 4 cards for you. So if you're in Canada, you want to reach out to Rose to get this class. This is the first card. We've got some of that pretty glimmer paper in the back here. That is from the Peaceful Garden Suite. So this one you just need a sentiment. And then this one, you need a sentiment. So we definitely went gold. You got to get some gold to get the girl. All right, so it's a saying from somewhere. So just a sentiment is needed here. Too much computer work and looking up and down. When I move my right arm, it shoots pain up my neck through my shoulder blade. Oh no, and put down my right arm. Went to the chiropractor and it's getting better. Okay, as long as it's on, as long as you're on the mend, that's awesome. But if it's worse to do anything, don't do it for me. We've got time. So that's the other card. So for this one, you just need a sentiment on that one. And then we've got 'Tis the Season. And if you don't have 'Tis the Season, comes from here. If you don't have that, you could use whatever you wanted. So you guys, whenever you get classes from me, the embossing's done, the die cutting's done. Now, I did pull in a retired folder again. That Distressed Child, I pulled that out last week to work on a different class. And I've kept it out because it's so pretty. It's just a pretty embossing folder. This one we used the Holly Jolly one. And the rest of it, I think, is pretty much all current. I think the only thing retired on here is that embossing folder. But, you know, for Rose, if she doesn't have that embossing folder, she could always use the plaster embossing folder, which I believe is on Last Chance. So this Warmest Winter Wishes comes from Delicate Pine Snowflakes. The Bright and Happy Christmas comes from a different set. It's called, oh, Jolly Holly is where that comes from. And May Your Christmas Be Bright. You guys might not know this, but there's a stamp set that's available. Hi, Catherine Healy. Yeah, I hope it heals up fast, too. Mary said she pulled her bicep muscle in her right arm. Oh, that's not pleasant either. This stamp set is called Wishing You Joy. And what they did is they came up with 3 sentiments, sayings, wishing you joy, sending you cheer, and may your Christmas be bright. And what they did, oh, and Noel, so 4. Oh, yeah, and what they did is they came up with 3 different fonts. So these are the same. These are the same, but different fonts. Sending you cheer 3 times, different fonts. And wishing you joy 3 times and wishing you just different fonts. It's a pretty cool stamp set when you think about it. So you can match your font to what it is that you're putting on your card. So you might consider that one. Oh, and the other thing I was going to share with you too that I forgot to share with you, reverse, the paper pumpkin. There are new, so every quarter they've been coming out with new dies. So the Abundant Joy dies are the newest ones that are, if you're a paper pumpkin subscriber, these are available, and if you're not, just talk to me. You can always order extra one and hold on to it until it's not available, and then I can sell it, right? So it has the joy and the tag. I might pull this in for the November monthly class. All right, so those are the new paper pumpkin dies. What green layer is on the sweet cards? What green layer? I think you're talking about this. Are you talking, Faye, about that green layer? It's Old Olive. I think that's the only green layer I'm seeing on here. That's Old Olive. We brought that in. Mossy Meadow was too dark, and Garden Green was not right. It was Old Olive that we pulled in. I think that's what you're asking about, Faye, is that Old Olive layer. And Debbie loves the Distressed Towel. I do too. I'm going to keep it right out now with all my other embossing folders. So the sweet class is one that you can get free with an order, a minimum order, or you can pay, it's $22 plus shipping. So for the most part, if you want to add it to your package, it would just be $24. So $2 shipping. And if you want it by itself, like let's say this is the only class you get, it would be $28. So these are the stamp sets we feature for that one. Okay, so that takes care of the sweet bundle. Now the mystery card, it's green. But you'll have to let me know if you're not talking about the Old Olive layer. Okay, so the mystery card. So we just did mystery card night last week. It was the 22nd, and Jolene helped me with the clue one for that. And then we went through all the rest of the clues together as a group. And this is the pair card that I made. So Kelly just photographed this today, and she's going to add it to the event so you guys can see the picture of this one to see what I made. But make sure you get your cards submitted by the end of the day on Tuesday so that you get in on the drawing. Now, originally, I had the next one, the October one, set for Thursday at 1 p.m. And I was going to have Kelly do it because when I set this schedule back in January, I was going to be in Germany on that day and Kelly was going to make it up. So the other thing I have is for share a recipe, create a card, inspire others. I was going to have Kelly do it on the 6th or the 7th of October. So I'm going to have to work with Kelly. I think we might do those together, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll probably keep the time, or if she doesn't want to do the mystery, I would probably do the mystery card in the evening. I guess we'll look at the calendar. I have to think about that, you guys. But just know that once we have it figured out, I will definitely have the YouTube created. I was wondering if I have my calendar. I did have a calendar right here. I had 2 little calendars. Okay. I was going to look at my calendar to see if I have class the night of the 9th. So we'll figure out mystery card. How you guys will know about mystery card or the share a recipe, create a card, inspire others, those 2 classes, once we finalize the day and time, the YouTube will be created and then the event will be updated on my website. So just know to look for that and that will help. I'll also have an email. So, okay, let's just stamp. This one kind of caught me by surprise. People have been loving it when they see it in person. We use Sign Design. We weren't certain if we would enjoy using the Sign Design stamp set and the punch, but we did. And the cards turned out good. And definitely is a Let's Just Stamp kind of class. Let's Just Stamp is more of our beginner class, but all are welcome. So we try not to use a die cutting machine for embossing or die cutting because when you begin, you don't always have that kind of stuff. So the stamp set that we featured is called Sign Design and it has that matching punch. And we did use Merry and Bright, Happy New Year, and the Trick or Treat from that set. So we did 3 different holiday cards. We did a Halloween card. So if you don't have this stamp set, you are going to need to have something to stamp on your label. So you don't have to own Sign Design to do this class, right? So you'll get the designer paper cut for you. You'll have some Timid Tiger ribbon, the gems, and then it's going to say Trick or Treat, Be Sweet, and then we stamp some bats. And on the inside, we have the bats, and Happy Halloween comes from Spooky Sweet. All right. Then we did a Christmas card, and it features the Merry and Bright, and we pulled in some designer paper from the traditional Christmas paper, and did some layering. So again, another one, you don't necessarily have to have Merry and Bright. You could stamp whatever you want on the white label, but this whole Merry and Bright has all the red outline here. And the last one we did was a New Year card. We definitely went through a lot of gold paper here. So we've got Happy New Year on there. And yeah, so this paper is from Modern Christmas. And Happy New Year does come from here. But again, for this class, you do not need to, I just want to repeat, you do not need to have Sign Design to make these cards. You would get the kits as is, and then just need to stamp and assemble. So I thought we did pretty decent with that one. People have been loving the variety that you get the 3 different cards they take you back to your roots where you don't have a lot of die, like there's no die cutting and there's only one thing that got embossed with the dotted things here. Okay, so Sign Design is a class that you can get free with a minimum order, or you can pay for it. It's $19 plus shipping. So you can always get that added to your package. All right, so that covers the first sheet. Then we have kit classes. So Kelly does the kit classes, and I know she's got a couple here coming up. The next one on her docket is called Handmade and Heartfelt. This thing is heavy. So she's going to be doing that one, I think, on Tuesday of this week. So these are kits. If you want to buy them, you could buy them through the online store. And then if your order is, and you picked me as your demonstrator and your order is over the certain amount, you could buy the kits to get some of these other kitted classes for free, which is super cool. So the thing that I was going to ask you guys about, did anybody know that they came out with this new advent calendar thing? So I haven't really looked at it. I have it in my cart, so I am going to purchase it. Oh, when you open up the Stampin' Up website, it's the first thing that popped up. It's the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. And I get it. If you know anything about Advent, it's 25 days. So it's a little bit misleading because it's 12 days instead of 25 days, but that's how they did it. And what happens is there's 12 different boxes, I guess. I didn't buy it yet. It comes with a stamp set that has really cool words. So I really like the stamp set. So when you look at this a little closer, you guys would be able to see what the stamps look like. Oh, here. So birthday wishes, big thanks, love you, for someone extra special, miss you, healing hugs. Okay, so the stamps are pretty cool. And what happened is $99, so it's a pretty penny. But what they say in here is make your countdown to Christmas extra special with the 12 days of crafting advent calendar. It comes with 24-piece stamp set and 12 never-before-seen products, including papers, embellishments, ephemera, tools, and more, all which coordinate with each other. And they don't want to spoil the surprise of all the products you'll find in the calendar, but here's what we can tell you. Each day brings an all-occasion crafting goodie you won't find anywhere else. Buy a calendar for yourself and gift one for a crafty friend, because crafting really is more fun together. And you'll need some basic supplies like an embossing and cutting machine, scissors, and adhesives. So I was thinking about getting this. Well, I wasn't thinking, I'm getting this. And I was going to challenge task Kelly with working on it and doing a class for it. So I guess, I don't know, does that ruining the surprise of what's inside of it? I don't know, but hey, if you don't know what it is, you might not buy it, because some people, I'm kind of the same way. If I don't know what I'm buying, I don't know if I want to buy it. But if I know what I'm buying and I love it, I will buy it. Okay. So I was thinking of getting that and tasking Kelly with an extra class and saying, open it up as a group, and maybe she could do one thing every day. Like today we're opening up this, and she's usually here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So maybe on Tuesday she opens up one, then Thursday the next, and the next week Tuesday. And we strategize and plan that gets built into her calendar while she's here. So I don't know. What do you think? So I got it, but it hasn't arrived yet. Lots of great things inside. I've been told by someone that has it. Okay, right. So is it not fair? Or is it fair to open it up and ruin the surprise for people? Or they just don't have to watch the live, right? If they don't want to know what it is. So, all right. So that's what I think. I'm going to have Kelly work on that. So add that to the to-do list. All right, 12 days of Christmas. All right. So that is another kit that will get added probably. So we don't find out what the kits are until the first Tuesday of the month. So that's really crazy, because October 1st is a Wednesday. So I think we'll find out what the kits are, I would guess, on that Wednesday, because they won't wait a whole week before they publish it, I would think. So what happens is the first part of the month is when we find out what the kits for the month are, and that's when we create the events and the cover photos and all that good stuff. So the kit classes are geared, they're trying to introduce new people to stamping, and so these kits are geared for an easy crafting experience. And so what Kelly does with her class for me is she shows you what's in the kit, because if you don't ever see it, you might not be inclined to buy it. But sometimes there's some really cool kits, and once she shows them off, people are like, oh man, I want that. And then you can always zhuzh them up by adding card bases or extra mats or extra die cuts, and taking the elements from the kits and making more impressive cards. So, hi Sandy Coy Emery. Someone showed all of it on YouTube. Okay, enjoy. Did you see it or did you not see it? So I will have to figure out if, I guess I'm going to have Kelly do it. And if nobody wants, if you don't want to watch it because you don't want to ruin the surprise, you don't have to watch it. And Jean got hers ordered, but it's not here yet. Okay, go for it. I will. All right. At $99, I'm not buying unless I know what's in it. That's exactly it. I didn't realize it was $99 until I looked at the price tag. I was like, whoa, $99. But when you think about it, if there's 12 things and each thing is $10, an embossing folder, ribbons, all that stuff is about $10, then it seems like, okay, well, that seems right. All right. So share a recipe, create a card, inspire others. You guys, we mentioned that earlier in the live. I did not do it this month because we didn't have a recipe. And I have this book from the very beginning here. Mary Lemke was the very first one. I lost a gem, but that's okay. And then I go through and I have my card and I have the person who sent me their card, right? And so I keep this book, and I have another book that started as well. But we did miss getting a recipe from somebody this past month. And if somebody wants to get a recipe card from me, all you have to do is fill out the form. This is one of my first Google forms. This class is set for October 7th. So again, I'm putting it out there. If I don't have a recipe, we're not doing class. But when you click on October 7th in my events calendar, if you want a recipe card, just click on the word here and it takes you into a form that you fill out, and I will send you a recipe card. I don't want a random recipe card. You guys saw my book here. I'm very particular. I want all my recipe cards to be the recipe cards that I got with this exact book, right? So that it's matchy-matchy. Not picky at all, but Tyler says I'm the pickiest. I am. All right, so that's how you can get a recipe card for the Share, Create, Inspire class. I do teach class at 11:11 Burgers and Beignets, and for the last couple months, the girls that are my regulars there have been super, super busy, and so we haven't had class. I think we didn't have July, August, and we skipped September. We're trying to reschedule September, but if you're looking for like 2 cards outside of coming here, because it might be scary to come to my studio, no, but I do teach class at a local restaurant. So that class is currently set for October 22nd. But again, I always reach out to my core 4 girls first, and if they can't make it, then we look at rescheduling. So pretty fun, nice paper crafting stuff. Perfect. Okay, so for games and prizes, I only have one thing on the calendar for next month, and actually Gina is teaching it. Gina is going to be doing Halloween bingo. It's set for in-person on October 15th, which is a Wednesday. So I used to do all the bingos, and I've been very fortunate now. Gina's, I didn't have time to I didn't have the bandwidth to keep doing them. So Gina's graciously taken them over. So she's done 2 of them now, and this will be her 3rd one. So if anybody in person wants to do Halloween bingo, and we don't offer it as an online class, we play games of bingo, we have prizes, and we make 2 cards. So that one would be Gina teaching it. I do have some Be Happy Stamper events this coming month in October. We have a team gathering. So I do my meetings quarterly. My gals have always said that we are together a lot. We have lots of lives that we can watch. There's a lot of bonding and camaraderie the way it is. So I've always done my meetings quarterly at the end of a quarter. So we do them in April, July, October, and then in December we do it before Christmas. And so October 19th is the date for the next team meeting. So for anybody who does join the team in October, definitely we're going to make sure that you get the invitation for the team meeting. It does take a little bit longer. Shannon West was here for my last one, and she's like, wow, your meeting took 2.5 hours. Well, yeah, that's because I don't do a monthly meeting. If I did a monthly meeting, it would be an hour and a half each month, which would be 4.5 hours. But what I do is one meeting once a quarter, and it's about 2.5 hours. And we go through all the 3 months worth of recognition. We have demonstrations. We have just lots of announcements and updates and potluck at the end. So that is October 19th. And on the front end of that, there's a team swap party. So if you're on my team right now, I've sent an email and I created a Facebook event, and you can get in. I think you have till yesterday, the 26th, I think we put. So if you need or want to get signed up for the team swap party yet, you need to get on there like now, because I told everybody that we're capping it on the 26th. But if you do sign up today, we'll let it slide by, I think, because nobody's really looking at it this morning would be my guess. But we have the team swap party at 1:30, and then we'll roll into the team meeting. I also have, for those people who are silver on my team, so silver is $3,600 in rolling sales and 1 person on your team. And if you have that, so if you're silver or silver elite, I have a sale-a-bration celebration specifically for my team that meet those qualifications. It's on October 26th, which is a Sunday. I like to celebrate my silvers, and I invite them over. If you can't be here in person, we'll do a Zoom so you can be part of the conversation and see what's going on. I have make and takes, and I have a little gift that I give everybody as appreciation for being a silver. And so we've got just 4 days left. We have the 28th, 28th, and 30th. We have 3.5 days left before the end of the Stampin' Up! Month, quarter, and year. So if you're over $3,600 in sales on my team, or if you're on somebody else's team and you want to be a silver going into the new year, you're probably like on the fence, because there's a great sign-up special in October, right? So I do look at people who promote to silver by, like, let's say October 10th. I'll look to see who is silver. And so you might have just earned it, and I still honor that. Even if you have it in the beginning of October, you're still invited. So you definitely want to make sure you take advantage of that sign-up special, or have somebody join your team to get in on that. It's a good sign-up special. What else? There is extras in October. We have, okay, so this is wrong on here. We definitely falled out. We use Gathering Moments and Autumn Toile a lot. So we changed this to the Blackberry Beauty order-based class. It is exquisitely gorgeous. I thought I saw the 26th and you picked Tyler. Exactly, Julie. Tyler says I'm the pickiest and I always revert back to, and I picked you, right? So you know that you're pretty special if I picked you, dear. So Debbie, you did see the 26th and yep, never mind, you put perfect. Yep, and you are correct. Christine corrected herself. Perfect. Okay, so the team meeting is the 19th. Team swap party is the 19th. Sale-a-bration celebration is the 26th. Yep. So the order-based class. So speaking of it being the end of the year, that's like a big deal, you guys. A lot of us who are working our business, the 10%, there's about 10 to 15% of demonstrators are actively working their business. We work our business, we work our tails off because we're trying to strive to do good, right? From a recognition standpoint. And so Stampin' Up looks at what you did between October 1st of 2024, us, and then it's through September 30th of this year, 2025. And so every sale, every new promotion, everything helps to set where you are and in the rankings. And I don't know if you guys know me a lot, but I kind of can be competitive, and I'm competitive with myself, right? I always want to do better. I don't know, you guys. I was number 8 last year. I have it in my head that I don't know if that's even possible to do that again, because that was before Close to My Heart had merged in with Stampin' Up, but now Close to My Heart has merged in with Stampin' Up. And so there were a lot of top people in Close to My Heart that are now part of the mix. And my goal is always the top 20. If I can be in the top 20, that's great. Last year, top 10, Mom said to me, are you going to go for higher? I'm like, no, I'll do my best. I'll teach classes. I'll share product. I will encourage people and help my team as much as I can, but I can't ever say if I'm in the top 5, that would be a lot of work, a lot more work, right? So I'm just going for the top 20, and I'm not just going, I am going for the top 20, and that will make me happy if I'm there, just because we did merge in about 3,500 or 5,000 Close to My Heart people. So with that being said, Diane and I do an order-based class once a quarter. That is to help us get a bit more sales at the end of the quarter. And now this one's even more important because this is the end of the year. So we came out with the most beautiful class that you could ever imagine, featuring, if you're not a purple fan or gold fan, this might not be your class, but if you like Blackberry Bliss and gold together, you're going to love this class. Now, it is order-based only, unless you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers. We give team incentives of, if you're on the team, you can get order-based classes at a fee, right? And then you can continue to still order from yourself and then pay the fee for class. Or our product-based classes, you can buy the product from yourself and then buy the class part of it. So the team has a little bit of incentive like that. And so this one, if you're not on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, you're a customer to me. Even if you're a demonstrator somewhere else, like on somebody else's team, you're still a customer to me, and I appreciate you a lot. And with this class, it would be free with a $60 order. And if you're on my team, you have the option of paying it. It's $22 plus shipping. And I've shown these a couple times, but we brought in an oldie but a goodie. I went through my stash of supplies, and we found 4 packs of Blackberry Beauty Designer Series paper from maybe 3 years ago. And so we brought that back with the distressed tile. So this is where we brought the distressed tile back. And my favorite, I'm going to save it for last. And then this one's a really pretty. So you guys, the camera really doesn't do it justice, but we use gold on every card. And this is my favorite because we brought in the gold ring. Because you're wondering, like, wow, what do I do with that huge gold ring? Yeah, you could put it on your wrist and use it as a bracelet. Yeah, you could cut it and put it as an earring. I'm just kidding. You wouldn't want to do it as an earring. But it could be an arm cuff, depending on if you're like a bicep cuff. But that's my favorite card right there. So in the past, we've only done, like last time we made 48, and I still have 8 left. This time we cut this back to 44, and we're hopeful that we sell out. If we have more than 44, we are prepared to make about 8 more of this class because it is that pretty. And if you want to place an order with me to get it for free with your October package, if you want to order by September 30th, that would be amazing because that is the whole purpose of this class, is to help me finish my quarter strong. Now, this class is in October. I think I have it October 24th on a Friday afternoon. So, but it's so pretty. So pretty. Go for the top 10. Come on, Chris, you can do it. Okay. All right, Rosie, we're gonna go for the top 10. Listen, how about we meet in the middle? How about top 15? All right. I just know that there are probably 5 to 7 close to my heart gals that they were way up there, and they're now going to be in the mix. And I don't look at myself as a huge demonstrator, you guys. I look at myself as who I am. I just put myself out there with you guys, and I love you, and I said, like, I try to help create, I don't look at myself as a big demonstrator. So the fact that I had number 8 last year was pretty cool. So let's go for top 15. How about that? I don't want to be disappointed if I miss it either. So I think 15 would be good. We'll do that, because I'll be honest, I haven't had less sales this year because I offer so many things, and I added in the Paper Palooza this year. So that really helped keep me to what I was last year in sales. But the number of team members who have promoted or who have qualified are about half for me. And so I look at it that there's less people that are joining Stampin' Up, or less people are spending as much as demonstrators. So I might have had, let's say, 30 people qualify last year. I'm only at 17 this year. And if I had, let's say, 40 promotions last year, I might be at 20, right? So it's half. So I have to look at that's going to impact where I end up. But I also don't know if that is the same for other people. Maybe other demonstrators have seen the same thing. And if it's happening to me, maybe it's happening to others, and maybe it's not happening to others. So we don't know that until we get the results. And I feel like we get those results sometime in the end of October. October or early November, like middle of October to end of October. So, all right, if you wish, Rosie, you can have a goal for me of top 10, and I'll still be I'm going to still say top 15. I will be happy if I'm in the top 15. And if I'm not, I will still be happy, because I don't look at it as a number. Yes, I strive to do like my best, but I look at it as how many lives have I impacted, and how many people have I touched today? How many people have I made smile? How many people have I made laugh? And how many people have I made a difference? That's what I look at, right? Versus like all of that comes secondary. And one of the things that Shelley Gardner always instilled in me way back in 2014 was the mindset of making a difference for those people in your lives. And stop looking at the sales as numbers and start looking at the people as being in your community, right? And if you look at it as you're sharing versus selling, that is a mindset. So I always share things, and if you buy them, great. And if you don't, that's okay too. And if you buy them from yourselves to stay active, awesome. And if you buy them from me to get classes for free or to support me, that's awesome too, right? So it's more of that mindset that I try to really look for. I mean, it's great to be in the top 15, but again, if I don't, I will be okay with it. Definitely okay with it. So, all right, we're not done though, because there's more. All right, so I have a couple other things I want to share, because they were extras in September, and I really didn't get to share them much with an email. I think I kind of forgot to email about this, but I do want to say that I have shares. There's paper shares that are available for anybody that wants to get a sampling of paper. I've got ribbon shares. I've got embellishment shares. I also have DSP samplers. So the samplers that I'm talking about, I have Beautiful Bokeh is the first one in the spring one. So I still have this. If you'd never got this and you would like to have all your paper kind of situated in a format like this to see everything, I've got that. I've got the annual catalog. What, I don't believe that goes there. Yes, it does. Botanical. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. So I've got the annual catalog still available, right? And then I've got the new one, which features like Autumn 12, Elegant Pine. So I have all 3 of these still available. I even made less of this last one, and I still have about 10 left. So I don't know if I even sent an email about it. I guess I got to figure out. But this is 27. The spring and the fall minis were 27, and the annual catalog was 30 because it had more paper in it. So I have DSP samplers available. I have product shares. I have also another event. We just talked about it just briefly. Almost lost my note with my stuff. I have one more big event. You guys, we just came out of the escape, which I also have some left, and I'll share that with you too. But we created a new event in June, and you guys loved it. So between Amanda and I, we sold 120 of them, which was super cool. So I'm prepared with 110, and I know Amanda's got 20. I'm over half full, which is awesome, and I just started announcing it. And it's the Fall Paper Palooza, which includes 14 card kits. And what we did is there's 17 new designer series paper packs, and we featured each one of them by pulling out a paper from each one. And you're going to get a 6x12, or if the paper is 6x6, you'll get two 6x6 sheets. So ultimately, it's still 6x12. And you'll use your paper to make the cards. And if you want to add on an embellishment share or a ribbon share, you can. We talked about it on my live this week that we have a ceramic camping mug that is going to be the attendance gift. And we've got a couple I think 3 pillow gifts actually. 2 or 3. 3. I think it's 3 pillow gifts. Yeah, I think 3. We still have to make one yet. Oh, I got to get on that. I got to not forget that. So there's one more pillow gift that isn't made yet that is in my head. So pillow gifts, there'll be an acrylic pin that goes with it, like a commemorative pin, and it's awesome. So that could be your base if you want to get that. You could pick October or November. The cost is $120 plus shipping, and shipping in the box is $12. And if you want to add any of your classes to it, that would be awesome to get reduced pricing for shipping. And so the 14 cards that you're going to make, I'll just run through these really quick. All you need are sentiments. So the sentiments come from different stamp sets that are in the Holiday Mini or recently launched online exclusives, but you don't need those specifically. I always try to tell you guys, use what you have, buy what you love, right? So don't necessarily buy a stamp set just because I used it for class. I'd rather you guys buy what you're loving and figure out what you have that you could use instead. I love this autumn one. Now, if you are like, I can't get it in October, I can't get it in November, but I could get it in around Christmas time or December because I'm going to get Christmas money. If you want to hold it and if you do want to get it in December, tell me. Like, you're going to have to just follow up because I didn't put December as an option in the registration form. But if you want it in December, I can go on the back end of your registration and change it to December. And I promise I will hold one for you until December. So that is not an issue at all. You guys, I always just want you to get what you want when you want it. So I try my best anyways. All right, so there's your New Year. So it was a hello, a New Year's, a Christmas card. We had a sympathy card, a birthday card. We had a guy card, like a congratulations, an autumn card, wishing you a year of magic, Christmas, like another guy-ish card, Christmas card, a Halloween. This was all over the board type of class, all the different occasions. Mimi, please review what exactly the monthly $20 membership entitles the members to receive all tutorials. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the Palooza, you guys. It's not even on here. So Mimi's asking about my inspiration hive. So if you want access to all my tutorials, this is reminding me I need to talk about that. I started doing online classes in March of 2020. And so I have tutorials that date back to the beginning of 2020. They're almost all in there. Maybe I'm missing 5 to 6 of them. I don't know which ones, but I have had a couple people say, hey, I did this class with you back in 2020, but it's not out here. I'm like, oh, let's get it in there. Okay. I missed it. So I have this repository of all these tutorials, and you can have a membership to it monthly for $20, or you can buy the year for $216. So we did take and put a discount if you wanted just to pay for the whole year up front. And it's in my website, and I will show it to you. One more thing. It's free if you're on my team. It is a team perk, and that is for anybody that's on my team. After you place your first order and on your demonstrator account. So if you join my team and never place an order, you don't get the discount code. It's after the guideline is after you place your first order for any amount, then just reach out to me and I will give you the code so that you can get registered for it, right? But I will show you here. Oh, so Rosie says, go for the top. Come on. And Rosie, all right, if you wish. Joy, you make a huge difference, especially for, Joy, thanks. I'm so happy. I try. So in my website, there's a section up here called My Account. And you need to get your account set up. And what happens is it takes you into here and you have members content. So this is members content only. So either on my team and registered for free, $20 a month, or $216 for the year. And it's downloadable stamping class instructions. And so I have them categorized by grouping. So all the ink, paper, scissors come first. So we don't have this one for September written yet, but if you click on that one, this is the ink, paper, scissors for last month, right? So you could buy this for $14 or or $8, some are $9, some are $20. Like, you could buy them all piecemeal, or if you just subscribe, you could have access to all of these for the subscription amount. So I have all the ink, paper, scissors. There's tons, you guys. It goes all the way back to April of 20, nope, it was Butterfly Brilliance was March of 2021 maybe is when I started ink, paper, scissors. The Sweet Bundle class goes back even further. So I have Gathering Together here, right? So that was the class we just did a couple weeks ago. So when you click on it, it takes you into the tutorial, right? So all these tutorials are here. So Sweet Bundle, right? There's just a ton, right? So the pictures will appear as the page goes down. But if you guys have past stamp sets that you're looking for ideas, this would be your amazing. And these are cards like we've always designed, right? Lots of layers, lots of embellishments, ribbon. So this started back with my very first one was Good Morning Magnolia. I think that was in 2020. Then I have my Let's Just Stamp classes in here. So we originally did not have cover photo or the collages for them. So when you're looking at these are great because we have pictures for all of them. But when we get down to here, we weren't creating collages. So it's on Kelly's to-do list to come back and put the collages in here. But it has the name, Fancy Floral, Pansy Patch, Beauty of the Earth, right? So you can see the stamp set name. And we'll eventually, at some point, it's going to take a little bit of work to get the collages on there. And then monthly class, you can see September monthly classes here with the tractor that we just did. And so again, this one, prior to 2023, we weren't making the collages. So I have a to-do task for Kelly to start picking away at these to get collages on them. So it's easier for you guys to see. And then I have all of Rose's Technique Club class cards. So again, you with More Than Autumn, and then you can kind of see a snippet of the card. Fun fold. So I've got all the pictures here. Actually, we started in December. We started, so I actually need to get January through November of 23 in here, but Kelly doesn't have the collages, so we got to get those in. Fun folds. I have a whole section here on fun folds, all the different fun folds classes I've done through the years. Other classes, like order-based classes, in-color classes, those are in here. Stamp-a-stacks are in here, like there was a little bit festive. Frames and flowers. Meandering Meadow, Garden Meadow. So Stamp-a-stacks and order-based classes are in here. I even had a honeybee sampler, a little box. And then Memories and More card classes are in here. And again, we got to get some cover photos for our collages. I have all the mystery card nights in here. So September 2025 is in here. And I've got them all the way back to June of 2023 in order, right? So you can always go there for inspiration. And I've got the DSP samplers in here. I've got 2025, this most current one. And I've got these in here all the way back to 2023. We cannot find, I have them for 22. I can't find them. I changed my computer and I used to use a thumb drive and I don't know where I can find them. So I was going to go back through the people. I have a list of everybody who got them and I was going to ask anybody. I tried 4 people and nobody had kept it. So and I don't have them anymore because I gave them to Tammy Sikolik to do with them what she wanted. So, yeah. So yeah, that is the Inspiration Hive. And I don't talk about it very much, but it is a great, wonderful resource for people if they want to subscribe to it. Or once you join my team and place your first order, you can have access to it. Okay, so what's down here that I keep hitting my foot on? This is what I have left. You guys, I did a sweet share. So if you go to my events calendar on September 3rd, I did a sweet share. This is something I started in July to help me hit the $1 million, and you guys loved it. So I left on anything from, I left the annual catalog stuff. So I have them, but I don't have them. So I fulfilled all the obligations of everybody who is currently signed up, and I'm not really I should really take off the ones that I don't have, but if somebody signed up for it and I only had one person sign up for it, I still got it. And I left the other one as a pending, right? So North Pole delivery, I've got one here and it includes the white ribbon, but I haven't cut it yet. So North Pole delivery was one. And so what happens with the Sweet Share is you get 2 sheets of each of the cardstocks that are listed. And then you get half of the pack of designer paper, a half a pack of gems, and 2 yards of ribbon. So the fluffy white ribbon goes with this. I got to add that. And then, so we didn't put the ribbon in these extra ones yet. This one's a half a pack of the Lights of Aurora with the paper, the gems, and then you'd get 2 yards of the Balmy Blue ribbon. So I have Lights of Aurora. Delicate Pine Snowflakes, you'd get the Shaded Spruce ribbon, 2 yards, half a pack of the gems, the cardstock, and then a half a pack of DSP. So I have this one left. For the Modern Christmas, you get the rings, and you get the gold. You get gold foil. You get the half a pack of DSP, and this one only had black and white. So what we did is we looked at the colors that were part of the suite, and you got 2 sheets of each cardstock with it. And then I have one left here of Autumn 12. So this also, you get 2 yards of the ribbon, and then the cardstock, half a pack of the gems. So I've got that one left. Now, from earlier in the year, I still have one of these. So this is how it would look when you have the ribbon. So these are complete. This one is the Lovely Garden, I think, Thankful Garden or Lovely Garden. So you get the cardstock, half a pack of paper and gems, and then 2 yards of ribbon. I've got one of this one left, which is the, it's called Mixed Media Florals. So I have one of the Mixed Media Florals available. I have a Celebratory Sips still available. I need to go through that and write what's sold out. Or sold out for the sweet stuff. I still got to do that. Okay, this one is Bloom Impressions. So you got a half a pack of the these labels, the gems, cardstock, and then the paper. And then I have one left yet of Spooky Sweet. So I actually had one left, and then 2 people signed up for it, and then I bought another set. So I still have one left of Spooky Sweet, and this also would have the Petunia Pop ribbon that goes in it. So these are the ones that I still have available. If anybody was interested in a sampling of Designer Series paper, and then the ribbon and the gems that go with the suite. Okay, so that is current yet, and then Wounded Warrior yet. We're gonna talk about this. So the Wounded Warrior is extra in November, but it's November 1st, so it's right off at the beginning. And I have all the cards here ready to share them with you. And you can there's multiple options, and I included this in the October registration form because our goal is to kit them up, not this coming week, but the following week. And we would include the kits for those people that sign up for this in your October package. And for those that want completed cards, we aren't making them until the end of October, so they would go in your November package. But we were thinking that we were going to work our tails off to get the kits ready for people. And so with this, it's a $40 donation, and shipping is needed. So if you're getting anything else, shipping will be less. But if this is the only thing you're getting, it's $40 for the donation and $6 for shipping. I have 2 different options for in-person. You could attend in the morning, or you could attend in the afternoon. And if you want mailing, for mailing and porch pickup, you just have to choose between, do you want kits or do you want completed cards? So I have a team that comes in and they volunteer and they put the cards together. And we're planning to do 200, and usually about 30 sets of them get made into completed cards. So the team comes in and puts 180 cards together. So yeah. Kelly is a busy girl. She is. Donna Grushke, Mom's Cookies. Oh, you want cookies in the Palooza box. I can do that. Mom will do that. Is that what you're asking about, Donna? Palooza is Mom's Cookies you guys want. So because we're not traveling now, we may end up shipping early. The shipping date was set for October 17th, but because we were going to kit up the 9th and the 10th after I got back, but now that I have that week back, we might move our shipping day up if we are ready, okay? And whatever our shipping day is, I'll ask Mom to make cookies the day before, and we'll put 2 cookies in the Palooza boxes. So yes, you would get cookies in the Palooza box. How about that? Okay, so for the Wounded Warrior card benefit, we talked about it as $40 plus $6 for shipping, and you can add it to your box. This was the special add-on one, but no, it's 6 cards for $40, and all $40 goes to the Wounded Warrior project. So we have 2 wintry ones that kind of are reversed. Like that one's more peacock and that one's more pool party, but they accent both. And so you would only need sentiments, right? You don't need to have anything besides sentiments and ink. We have all the die cutting being worked on. This one is your branching out, and what this one is, it opens like this. So I've learned to not ship chocolatey things in your boxes. That's why we opted for oatmeal raisin. Okay, because those are great. They don't like they get to your house and they're like warm baked cookies right out of the oven. I know Mary Lemke would vote for Spritz cookies, but what do you guys feel about Spritz cookies? Or do you have any other suggestions for cookies that don't have chocolate in them? So, all right, so there's that one. That's a Christmassy one. I have another Christmassy one here for you. So both of these, all you need are sentiments and some focal images. You guys don't need to have any particular stamps at all. We did really good on this one. Lori says, "Ooh, for cookies, love the cookies." And now, do you want oatmeal raisin again? Like, she could definitely do oatmeal raisin again. Yvonne says she just got home from dialysis. Oh, I hope it went good, Yvonne. It's never fun to have dialysis. Should I register for the Wounded Warrior on the October form if I already registered? So what I'm really hoping for, that's a good question. We have 2 more cards to show you. But what I'm really hoping for is that everybody completes the October registration form, regardless if you've already paid for something or told me outside of class that you want something. This registration form is going to be my one-stop shop for me to look at on the day of shipping and for preparing for shipping, to be like, oh, Catherine Healy, right here. She wanted Wounded Warrior. She wants Paper Palooza. She wants this. She wants this. And then I can go straight across your line. So I would ask that, even Catherine, if you've done the, if you've signed up for anything at all outside of that registration form, I'd still love the registration form filled out. And if you don't do it, I'll probably do it on the back end myself. But if you do it, then at least I know that you did it and it's done exactly how you want it, or you've picked the things you want. And it probably will take you about 3 minutes, I would guess, to go through and put that information in. It would be awesome. We have this one, which features Peacock with Espresso and Timid Tiger and Gray Granite. So this is your fall card. All you need is a sentiment. And then this is the last one, inspired by my dad and Tyler. We've got our Ford tractor, and we got the flag hanging out the back. It is the Wounded Warrior Project, you guys. Our money for this benefit is going to support veterans, people who have come out and need help, come out of war, come out of service, and they need help. And so America is, you don't have to do that either, right? Because that is not a Stampin' Up! Stamp. That is not a stamp at all. Kelly created that on the computer, and we put 24 of them up on a sheet, and we're going to give you it, and you can cut out the word bubble. And if you don't want America, you could flip it over and stamp thank you or hello or thinking of you, right? You don't have to do America. The chicken does come from the tractor set, right? So, but you don't have to put a tractor on here. You don't have to put a chicken on here. All the rest of this stuff is going to be die cut or embossed for you, that you can make this card without the chicken of America if you really don't want it on there. For all intents and purposes, if you don't like America, I don't know why you wouldn't, but you wouldn't even have to put the flag on, okay? So it's just a tractor card. You could always add a different sentiment over there. It's totally adaptable, right? I just am very proud to be from the United States of America. Tyler is very proud, and he helped me go upstairs and get this card designed, and it was his idea to put the chicken on there, and then he's like, the chicken needs a word bubble. So I actually like free cut a word bubble, and Kelly came in and swooped in, and she's like, I can make this, girl. You can have my word. So she made the word bubble and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, that's what we have. So we have more holiday, and then our American patriotic card. So yeah, I'm so stoked. Tyler was so excited and ecstatic when we showed him the end results with the America. So that is definitely the slang for America. So Julie said, I think cookies is a lot to ask for on something other than the escapes. Grocery ingredients are expensive, and Christine's mom is busy enough with farm and ribbon. Oh, but Julie, my mom loves to bake. I will ask her. I won't tell her. I will definitely say, hey, Mom, would there be an option to include cookies in the boxes for the Palooza? Because it did come up for the first Palooza. People are like, no cookies. So, and I'll buy all the ingredients, and I will take that out of people's registration. And so I think it took her the afternoon to cook them, and then I gave her money for it. So she doesn't do it for free, right? I do compensate my mom for her time with making cookies and buying the ingredients. So, and I think if it makes so my mom loves doing it because she loves feeding everybody. So my mom loves to feed people, and I love to share creativity. So we do good together. All right, so that's the Wounded Warrior card benefit, and that is also included snowball cookies or pecan cups. Snowball. So I was trying to think snowball cookies. So snowball cookies, I'll have to look that up. Now, I do know that my mom likes to keep it simple, and she knows how to make certain types of cookies like it's like the back of her hand. What about, so not everybody likes peanut butter though. I was thinking, what about peanut butter cookies? Because we could make them without chocolate. But I don't know. Some people are allergic to peanut butter. But some people don't like raisins. Some people are gluten-free. You can't ever have everything be perfect for everybody all the time. I'll show you really quick. I did bring the Tractor and Company. I did bring this down. Tractor, that's where the chicken came from. So if you have this set, that's where the chicken came from. You could always switch it up and make it thinking of you, or it's your birthday. You could put, hey. So the chicken here could be saying, hey, if you have this stamp set, right? So that works too. All right, lots of options with that last card. I don't know. I sometimes worry too much, but all right. So that's extras in November, but we included it in the registration form. Now, for the things that I have that are coming, okay, so I have lots of past classes, but I did include in the registration form, if anybody needs version 3, I can hook you up with my printer to get that. So that's what that is. I do have some of upcoming class. Oh, Snickerdoodle! I love cinnamon. So where did I, oh, right here. Snickerdoodle. She's done Snickerdoodles before. Snickerdoodle. I think that I would love Snickerdoodle. So, all right. I am amazed. I have, over the years, I've done classes religiously, and it's so great to see people on my team now wanting to do classes. Chris has started doing classes in January. Gina's been doing classes for 2 years. Julie Bierschbach started doing classes in June. Jenna's been doing classes now for 2 years. And Leslie just started, I think she had her first class this past week. And it's just great to see people on my team wanting to do what I'm doing, which is sharing the creativity. And so I've always told my team that if they bring me their cards to show for classes, I would be happy to share them with you guys, because it's an extension of me. And I've always said that if you have to pick and choose between taking class with somebody on my team versus taking class with me, I mean, you guys have lots of options for people to take classes, but it's amazing. And I don't ever look at it as like it's never a jealousy thing. I'm just happy that you're supporting people on my team, because I know they're trying to grow their businesses too. And so that's why I share these cards with you, because they're so talented and they're creative. And some of them teach their classes here and in the Hive. Gina does classes in her home as well. Julie does as well. And also they do kits. So I try to coordinate with them that if you guys want some of their classes, that as long as you reach out to them and sign up through them, they know when I'm shipping, they can bring that here by that day, and we get it in your package. We've done really good, except for one time I left them sitting on the back counter, and we just made up for it the next month, but that does happen. So I did want to share here with what she has class tomorrow, actually. No, today's Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow, the 28th. She's got this class right here. Now, I don't know if Chris is still watching, but she Chris, you'd have to, if you're watching it, if you have any left or if you're not, I'm pretty sure that you would have told me if you sold out of it. So this is her Autumn Toil class, Toil, and here's Chris's contact information, her email and her phone number. If you'd like to get signed up for this class, you can definitely reach out to her. And it looks like you do need a stamp here, and otherwise it's sentiments. So that's Chris's Autumn Toil class. She also has another one that she's doing tomorrow in person here, and then she has kits as well. This is her Something Old, Something New class. So she's got some pears going on, and then this is there's a fruit, the sweet peach, or there's a peach set from a bit ago. Sweet as a peach, right there it says it. Nice. Sweet as a peach and painterly pears. So it looks like you need the pear stamp set. It looks like you would need Sweet as a Peach or anything that looks similar, right? There's other fruit sets that they've had in the past, but this looks like it's designer paper here, but that one looks to be stamped. So that's her Something Old, Something New class. That's tomorrow. And then she messaged me overnight, and she shared with me what her next class is. I think she did. Wait, didn't she? I thought she did. Yeah, she did. Okay. I was like, maybe it was further down. So she has October classes coming up too. She has a fall Halloween class and the Lights of Aurora class. So her fall Halloween class, I'll just scroll through the cards here so you can kind of see them. She lives an hour from me. So she's planning to bring the cards up tomorrow, but she wanted me to show them today. while I was doing the showcase. So she has a fall Halloween class, and that looks like a sentiment, that looks like a sentiment, and that's a sentiment. And then, okay, so this is fall Halloween, is that one, that one, that one, and that one. And then she has a Lights of Aurora class next month. And there's one class, or one card. There's another one. There's another one. And there's another one. Okay, so that's her Lights of Aurora class. So Carissa does 2 classes each month, and she usually features a suite for one, and then she does a something old, something new. And in this case, she did a Halloween fall class. So, all right, I also have Julie's here. So Julie does a class in person here and by me. I'm sorry, in person here and by herself in her house, and it's called Be Creative class. And here's Julie's contact, you guys, her contact information in case you want to get that. And she's got the class is featuring the autumn toll as well. So you guys, we're in the middle, we're in the thick of the fall. So it features Amber Autumn and Gathering Moments. So that's Julie's class right here. So sentiment, pumpkin, pumpkin, that's the focal image as well. Oh, you have 8 left of both September classes. Okay, good to know. Good, good. So you guys, Carissa said she's got plenty left of both of her classes if you're interested. All right, so then here's Julie's Be Creative class. And again, you would need to contact these specific people for taking their classes because I have enough to manage on my own. All right, Gina brought these special delivery this morning. So she was out here when I got out here and she was bringing me her class cards here. Hi, Julie Black. All right, so this is her Lovely Florals workshop. 6 alternative pages, 5 cards. So this must go with, I'll show you that in a moment, but she's got 2 of the 6 cards, or 3 are done. Okay, so this is Gina Bulow. She has her World Card Making Day Holiday Card Buffet. 3 of 6 cards are done that I'm going to show you. She's got in person and she's got online, and she does her classes via my YouTube channel. So does Julie. She does them via my YouTube channel. And so she's got, oh, wow. Is that pretty? Ooh, okay. You see how pretty that is? So good job, Gina. I love it. She used the corrugated embossing folder. That's the designer series paper, and then you just need the sentiment. Very pretty. All right, and then you guys, these are the branching out dies that I was telling you about. Oh, wow. As Tyler would say, wow. All right, that's super pretty. And then, oh, that's cool too. So she used the delicate pine tree trimmings, or pine tree trimmings maybe is for that. Super cool. All right, so she's going to be working on the other 3 cards this weekend, she said. So that's her holiday card buffet. And this one is her morning create. So every month she does a morning create class. Oh my gosh. That's pretty. Oh my God. It's purple, right? You guys, I'm mesmerized because it's purple. I love purple and I love flowers. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't you be? Oh, that's such a pretty card. Oh, wow. Okay. So cool. And then we've got one. Tyler would go ham over this because he loves the tree. Happiest birthday wishes. Very cool. And then go to Halloween. Very cool. So that she embossed that with the black. All right, so that's her morning create class. 3 cards. And Gina's information, you guys, I'm not quite certain. I don't see it written on here, but if anybody is trying to get, I think a lot of people know how to get a hold of Gina by now because she's been doing classes for 2 years. But if you do need Gina's contact information, one way that you can find it is by going to my events calendar. So if you go to the resources and scroll to the resources, there's a calendar here. And when you click on that calendar, at the top here, I have Diane's phone number, I have Julie's phone number, I have Gina's phone number, I have Carissa's phone number, and I have Rose's phone number. Because all of these girls teach classes here in the Hive. So I've included, or Rose doesn't, I wish she did, but Rose doesn't. But Rose is who I coordinate and work with in Canada. So she's my colleague. So all the other girls here, I have their phone numbers there because of that. Now, this one, the Lovely Florals workshop. So that is one where Gina loves to do these workshop kits with you. And her class includes 6 pages and 5 cards. So again, it's purple and flowers. I love me purple and flowers. All right, so this will be the first page that got a little bent there. There's one page. Okay, so this is your spread like that. So pretty. Oh my gosh. I love purple. Can't say that I don't. Oh, she's got little butterflies on here. Look at the little details. So Gina makes up a kit for you so that you can put it together just like this. Oh, wow. And then here's the floral charm. And she's got it all staged that all you need to do is add pictures. So cool. Right, so that's that one. And then here's this one. Make time for fun. Yes, we need to do that more. Cherish each memory and hold it close. Definitely. All right, so that's cool. So then with that, though, there's 6 pages, but then there's leftover materials. Hi, Tanya. Then you can make 5 cards as well with this class with Gina. So it's a 70, so the kit, so you have to have the workshop kit. You have to buy the workshop kit on your own. It could be part of your $75 order, but otherwise you could get the kit, so you get your cardstock and any die cut pieces or embossed pieces that she adds in. It's free with a $75 order. Look at these pretty cards. I love flowers, you guys. I think they're my favorite thing on cards. All right, so that's her lovely florals workshop. All right, I've realized I haven't drinking any water since we started. And it's been 2 hours. Oh, guys, I'm starting to get a headache. Okay, probably because I haven't drinking any coffee either. All right, so now she's got 2 samplers, a fall and a Halloween. So the materials are $26 plus shipping, and we'll coordinate together. So she is doing this class this weekend, I think. She did it on YouTube on 9/24, and she's doing it tomorrow, Sunday, 9/28, and in person on Sunday, 10/5. Look at this beautiful sampler. So it's a 12 by 12. So you need to get yourself a frame, and it is pretty. And you could hang this up in your house. And then she also is doing a Halloween one. Super cool, right? So the materials, she's got them, she'll kit them up. It'd be $26 plus shipping. Now she is shipping this 12 by 12 piece. So I will coordinate with her that if anybody that gets regular classes from me wants to get these from her, we need to touch base, and we will specifically look up how much it will cost to ship the size of package that we need, and then making sure the weight is correct so that we tell you guys the right amount for your shipping. But we're definitely going to try to coordinate our shipping together so that you guys don't have to pay for multiple packages when they're coming from Fond du Lac. And Mom's choice is perfect. Okay, Donna, I definitely agree. Snickerdoodles would be your vote, Deanne said. Good. Okay, so I might think of extra things to share with you that are also upcoming, but I'm going to take this time now to roll through, especially for those of you who are newer to watching me. We determined that I like to talk a lot, which is all right. I know that. But we determined that I also have past classes. And so just know that if you're newer to watching me, you might not know that I have past classes available, and I have them. And I just as soon share them with you so you know they're available. And sometimes it's great to get an extra set of cards. Like you might have the stamp set that I have an extra class from. And if you decide you want it, we can always add it to your package that's going out in October. And so this is where you're in my registration form, that section where do you want to sign up for any past classes? This is where you would just free type or like write in there these classes. So don't have my mom or dad showing up. I know I don't have Tyler here, and I don't think Jennifer and Nancy Charles are going to show up. I feel like the last 3 times that I've shown past classes, I rushed through them because somebody showed up or because I needed to go to dinner or something. So I'm going to take my time and go through them and be a little bit more slow and methodical and try not to miss anything. So I'll tell you the name of the class, and just know the main thing is if you want past classes from me, where you would always go to look to see if something is available, my website, thecardsbycrispy.com, is your one-stop shop for finding out all this information. In that resources section, if you scroll down, there's a past available classes, and it breaks it down by the type of class. And then all of these bolded class names are hyperlinks. So if you click on it, it takes you into the class and you can see the cards there. And 3 card classes, I've got 4 to 5 card classes. I've got fee-based classes, other things, okay? The one thing I did forget to mention is I do have some escapes available yet. So the Autumn Creative Escape that we just wrapped up, I believe I have 7 spots still available. So it came with the ribbon embellishment DSP share. It came with the pillow gifts that we had, the cookies. I'm going to eat this one today and have my mom make new ones. So this is like tempting me right now. It's been tempting me all week. You get Prize Patrol, you get a button, you get your make and take package here with your 9 cards. There was a cute little gingerbread dude, and then a thank you card, and then the attendance gift we had personally made up with was the phone stands that are great for traveling. So we always have some sort of an attendance gift that's personalized. So we've got that with Be Happy on it. So I have at this point, I believe, 7 left. 6 or 7. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'd have to look at the spreadsheet. But this escape for the autumn is still available. And then we also have the escape that, oops, that slipped right through my fingers. So that was the Autumn Creative Escape. We do have one still available that was from the fall, not the fall, the winter escape. And that is right here. So I do these escapes twice a year. We don't have any of the Stampin' Fun the Sun left, but I do have this was in January. I have 6 of this one. That I know too. It got down to 6. So it also includes the designer paper. It includes the embellishment share so that you use the embellishments in your cards. It had the ribbon. It had a prize patrol. It had your 9 card kits, a little button. It had the calendar's a little bit old now because we always do a calendar card in January. I have this pillow gift. There's one more pillow gift that I left over there. But the cards that we made were these pretty cards. So you'd have those 9 card kits that you get to make. All you need are sentiments for most of that. And then the attendance gift on this one was this cute, adorable little speaker that you hook up through Bluetooth and then you take it traveling. So you can listen to your YouTubes, you can listen to music, and it lights up, and it works great. The sound quality on it is really good for how small it is. And so that one, I have a handful left of this one. So I always like to share that. And there was one more pillow gift. I must have left it in the master box where everything is. So this was really cute. And here we had the little Kleenex packets made up, sending sunshine, love, and big hugs. So and we had it in these little envelope things, or gift bag thing. So that was the winter creative escape. All right. Then for more recently, well, we just wrapped up September, or we are wrapping up September. We ended up kitting 4 more of the Let's Just Stamp for September, which featured these 3 cards. Well, we kitted up 4 more, but we really only needed 2. But if we're kidding, we like to kit in multiples of 4. So I do have 2 more left of the Let's Just Stamp from September. We had sold out, but you know, I just can't say no to people for some things, I guess. This was one of them. So we had the bandwidth and we got a couple more kitted up. So I have that. This is what I have left for the suite class for the month of September. I think there's probably, if I had to guess, 15 in here. So how much was the Autumn Escape? The Autumn Escape was 120, right? Plus shipping. No, I lied. Oh, so I don't know. I stood up because my back was getting sore. So the Autumn Creative Escape was 120, and that included shipping. I have decided on the Winter Creative Escape, the one that I showed you second, I have reduced the price on that to 100. So there are, I think, 6 left, and I'm going to take $20 off. So if anybody's interested in that at a little bit lower of a price, because I'd rather they go to Happy Homes and get them cards made and get using the stuff than it here. So the Winter Creative Escape from this earlier in January is 100, and the Autumn Creative Escape, I still have people that are seeing it right for the first time. So that one I have at 120. This one right here, this was the suite class for this past month. We just did this class a couple weeks ago, if that. This one I still have maybe 15 left. So if anybody would still, hi, handsome. Hello. Hi, Mom. How are you doing? I want to sit in your chair. Look at this handsome face. Yeah, can I step all over your things, Mom? Of course, you always do. I'm surprised you even asked. What are you doing, buddy? Well, Mom, I don't know. I don't fit up here. You got way too much stuff. Always stuff. Okay, well, you guys get the drill on this one. That was the sweet class for the month of September, and I have maybe 15 of that. All right, so Tigger likes to lay all over stuff, so I think I will grab them if I can get them. Buddy, got him, ha ha ha. Usually he sits right on top of them. All right, so that was the sweet class. Now, I have here from earlier in the year, there was a wildflower eating the cookies now. Oh, I'm so excited, Susan. Enjoy every bite of it. This was the wildflower birthday class from March. And really all you needed were sentiments on this one. And I'm like 4 left if I had to guess here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So we got some of that one. And then there was in April, the sweet class was called Storybook Moments. And that one had the squirrel boy and the chipmunk, I think, and the little bunny. And so that was what we had for the sweet class for April. So again, there's not that many left of that. They say, hello, Tigger. Okay, so there's that box. And then I've got here from August, there was a sweet class called Florals in Bloom. And I've got like 3 of this one left, so not many. So we had that one and our pretty flowers with the purple. Mom, why do you have to use me as a table? And then that was my favorite one right there. So all you really needed, Mom, stop it. All you needed was about different sentiments and different inks. Oh, he's stealing my chair. That's what's happening here. All right, you can have it, buddy. I'm standing now. So these were the Florals in Bloom. So again, only 3 left of that one. And then from February of last year, we had you guys, you're gonna laugh. There was one more card here, and I don't know what I did with it. I don't know why I pulled it out, but the way to see what's with these cards. So as I say the name of the class, if I say February monthly class, you would come over here, and you could click on it. There was one more card here that was with the grassy grove, I think, and we made a sunset background. And so that was the February monthly class. I have here the August monthly class. There's only 2 left of this one. This one had the Gone Fishing, and then the A Star Little Dreamers, and then Timeless Arrangements, I guess. I think was that one. So there's only 2 left of that one. And then on this side, I've got, somebody signed up for that. I have to pull that out of here. I don't remember who got it, but that one is gone, I think. I've got here 1 left. Just 1. Oh, look at this kitten, you guys. You want to see a cat? A happy cat? He's making, Tigger, he's making his cookie dough. He's making cookies for you guys. Are you happy, Tigger? Are you happy, buddy? Mom, I'm in my zone. Stop looking at me. Okay, so Regal Flora. I have 1 left of this. And that was our Let's Just Stamp from last October. It was our red, white, and blue flower card class. So there were 3 cards. You did need flowers, but I'm so excited. We have just 1 lonely soldier left from that one. All right. And 1 random leaf there. All right. Then the Regal Floor. Oh, this is the Poised Peony. So I've got 2, maybe like 10, 12 of them. This was Poised Peony from December of last year. So you did need flowers or some sort of focal images to stamp on these 3 cards and sentiments. He's making muffins. Yes, he definitely is. No, he just completely consumed my chair, you guys. Like, he takes up my whole seat, and he's not wanting to share. He's basically hunkered down in there, and he's like, Mom, you can't make me move. Okay. Then I've got, from this box, we have the Regal Flora. It was a Regal Winter card class. Maybe like 5 of this one. And you needed some flowers and sentiments. I don't know. I loved this class. I still love looking at these cards. They're so pretty. I feel pretty, oh so pretty, right? You've got your 4 different regal colors going on. So you need some flowers and some sentiments on that one. So that was Regal Winter. This one, what is this? Floral. Oh, I have some more florals in bloom. Okay, so this class right here, I have not just 3, I have probably like 8 more here. So these cards go with this class right here. I should get them in the same box is what I should do. Okay. Then from this pile, I have the In Color class that was earlier this year. And it featured the Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, Pebbled Path, Boho Blue, and the favorite, everybody's favorite, Wild Wheat. Just teasing. Okay, so there were 5 cards, and you got either this pattern or that part. So you got either 3 of this pattern and 2 of that one, or 3 of that one and 2 of this. But they were interchangeable, and I've got maybe 8 left of that one. Over here I have, that's Anna Zastro's. I have to give that to Anna Zastro. Over here we've got Floral Delight. There's 3 left of this one. This was the Sweet class in the month of February. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. It's like, I love this. It's yellow. I love it. That one's really, like, these were really great. So just needed sentiments on all of these cards. So pretty. Okay, so that was the Floral Delight, down to 3 on that one. The Let's Just Stamp that featured With You in Mind, I have 2 of this one left. And that was the bee paper, and we used the opposite side of the bee paper. All you needed were sentiments on these 3. I get them down to 2 on that one. And then this last one is the monthly class from July of 2024, so a year ago or so, and it featured, just needed some clouds. I'm trying to remember the name of the stamps. That Loveliest Tree, maybe? And then Translucent Florals and Inspiring Snapdragons. But these were the 3 cards. So you needed something for the dragonflies, and then some splotchy background and texture background, and then some clouds. So that was the monthly class from July of last year. Okay, so that's what I've got in these couple boxes. I've got maybe 4 more boxes yet. All right, so in these 2, I have the Zinnia class. So this was simply Zinnia in January. So you did need focal images for this one. So flowers and words. And if you don't have the exact zinnias, you could always use other flowers. But I have maybe 10 of that one. Then the Let's Just Stamp that we had left also in February was Memorable Blooms. Flowers. You guys, so many flowers. I get it. So if you don't have these flower stamps, though, you could put something else on here. You have a blank palette that you can work with. And then on this side, over here, I've got some ink, paper, scissors going on. To market. So this one I have reduced the price on. These 2, like these ones that I have 10 of or more, I've been taking a couple bucks off of them either. I know that some people signed up for them last month. Instead of them being 19, I was putting them at 15, right? So if I had like 10 or more of a class left, I've been reducing the pricing and when you guys register for them. So like this To Market, instead of it being 34, I dropped it down to 30, and we'll see how that goes. And so like Jenny Knutson just signed up for this class, and so I put it at 30 plus shipping, right? It says it's normally 34 plus shipping. So that's To Market. You guys didn't need to have anything besides sentiments. All of this is designer series paper that's part of the class. So that's To Market. And then I have the beautiful Bokeh, which is the butterfly one. And again, this one would be, I dropped this one down to 30 as well, because I have, I think, 15 left of this one. I don't know, something happened in January. There was uncertainty probably in the air in January, February, March. We made the same amount that we normally we were making, and we had lots left over of certain things. So, and maybe you guys were sick of butterflies. I don't know, but like, so there was like 15 left of that. So this was beautiful Bokeh. And then this is the game night that I had called Just Kiddin'. And it included the roller ribbon, the gems, and a quarter pack of designer series paper. And so all you needed for this one were sentiments. And you could also stamp focal images on them. Masterfully made. Now this one I'm down to like 2, I think. 1 or 2. It's not many. So this one was $32, and honestly, it's $30 too. I have 1 or 2 left of. It's called Masterfully Made. It was from December of 23. It's really pretty and cheerful. And there we got to do that pinwheel card. So all of these classes, you'll get a tutorial with them, and then you can go back and refer to the YouTube video. This one was the Season of Chic. I think another one where I only have maybe 4 or 3 left, or even 1. It's not many. So it would be $30 because this was one from 2023. So it featured the different seasons. So you have your winter, your spring, your fall, and then a summer card. So you have all the different seasons covered. Very pretty. All you needed are sentiments and some shells. Just a handful left. This one, Forever Love, was ink, paper, scissors of last year. I would do, this one's also 30, so I took and dropped it from 34 to 30. And you just needed sentiments, and there are some flowers at the top there for focal images, but otherwise some really pretty wedding cards if you need. This one's my favorite right here on the right. So very pretty, like that one too. They're all pretty. And then for the game night that we just had this past July, I only have maybe 5 left of this guy right here. Let me just put these back in here, as I can tell you momentarily. Let's go like that. Let me swap this out and get the other one. This guy right here will tell me how many I have left. So I have this little box here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 left from the Sweet Jars game night class. So we had a birthday candle one. We had a St. Patty's Day card. We had the Valentine's Day card. And we had the who put the cookie in the cookie jar? No, who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? I was thinking backwards. And we did that one in the purple. So then you had matching envelopes. So I have 6 left of this. And that one it was called Game Night in July. Then I have 1 left of this guy. And I don't know if I have the cards here. I had somebody who ordered this and they just changed their mind. And so, and that's okay. You guys were stampers. We can change our minds. And so now I have 1 left. These were all fun folds. This was the Lovely Garden ink, paper, scissors from May. And I know eventually somebody is going to be so ecstatic that they have this card kit because it was a hot one. I think we made 90 of that class right here. Lovely Garden. Just to show you. They were so fun. That one was, they were all fun folds, right? So just to get a little snippet of that, you could watch the YouTube video by clicking here. And then if you say, oh, I want the kits, I have 1 left, okay? And then over here yet, I have this class right here. This was the beautiful gallery order-based class that we did in July. So there were 4 cards. That one was a fun fold. This one was a little bit of a fun fold. Very pretty. That's what I have in these packets right here. And so that used to be free with an order because it was the order-based class. But now since it was July and we're going into October, I've changed it. I give it 3 months. If there are kits left over, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 left. If anybody wants to buy this class, it's $22 versus having to place an order to get it for free. So we changed it from order-based to basically it could be fee-based or order-based. Then I have this ink, paper, scissors from last August, which included 8 card kits. And I can't remember the name of it. I'll be honest. It was like Splendid Autumn from 24. There were 8 card kits that were in this one. And the 2, they were all matching. This was a matching pair for the layout. The puzzle cards were kind of like matching pairs. Easy to do. They're not scary. These 2 were matching pairs, and then these were belly bands around a gatefold card. And so we did those matching. And then you had some designer paper left to do a few envelopes, right? So that was the Autumn Splendor ink, paper, scissors from last year. So on that one too, I think if anybody registers for that now, it would be 30 because I have maybe like 20 left. Okay, so let me just stick this out of the side, and I think I have 2 boxes left. Yeah, here's one, and me swap this one out with this. And bring this one in. Okay, so I do have some of Rose Coleman's Technique Club classes left. Now, I don't generally make the cards here, but if you want to see what they look like, so I have Memorable Blooms notes, so I have just a few that, and I think there's one more bucket somewhere that has just a couple. I have, this was Celebratory Sips from August. I have two Gathering Moments from September. I have Notes and Totes from June and Memorable Blooms from, I think it was April. So how you would know what those look like. So, and I have Snowy Wonder and Friends for Life. So if you look at, they're around here somewhere, but it always, if you go to the cover photo, it shows what is available. So Friends for Life was those three. And then I have in here the Memorable Blooms. Here, let's see if they're down here. They're order-based classes. I have to, it looks like I have to get these added in. I'll put them up here. Because at this point, if anybody wants to pay for these classes, after, like, I don't generally make a lot extra, right? I try to base it on how many I actually think are going to take it, so I don't sit with extra ones. But I ended up with one left of the Notes and Totes, one left here, one left here, two here. So if I do end up having them left over, I would put it out there that they would be for sale. And I need to put the TCC to past classes, these few. Like, this is generally Rose's class. I honor what she does, which is they're free with a $60 order. And I try to keep it exactly what I know I'm going to need. But if I have these left over, then now that this is, I've got a few from last year. I've got the ones from June and July. Like, those are definitely, I would switch them. And then these two, at this point, it's after the class. If anybody wants to pay for them, they can. What's really cool about these is once you start to do this technique class with me or Rose, we have the card in here that talks about what the technique is, and then we have a sample of the technique. And so over the course of time, you start to collect them, and you get a book. I'm going to show you my book, if I can figure out exactly where I have it, right here. So after a while, here goes the bee. Okay, after a while, so I started doing this with Rose in January of 2023. After a while, you have this book, and it tells you all these different cool techniques. So I always give you the technique insert right here, like the words, and then the sample. So Northern Lights, bubble wrap on both sides here. I have it that it's going, I gotta find this one. It's sitting in my pile over here somewhere. And then I had one for me and I don't know where I put it. And then like scratch and sniff. So if you smell that, it smells like pumpkin pie seasoning. And so I've got this all the way. So here in January, oop, I messed up. Look at that. I put them on the opposites. Oops. Okay, now I gotta go and fix that. You guys can't have that like that, right? Oh, so we have March, April, May. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, so then July, and my other ones for August and September are sitting off to the side here. I've got to take time to put them in my book. So this was about 2 tones. So this is really cool because I'm almost at 3 full years worth of all these different techniques. And I bought myself a nice little binder for it. And so when you do the technique class with me or Rose, you get that card and you get the sampling of the, like this was the embossing white on black and coloring it with a chalk marker or white ink. So those are Rose's technique classes that I have available. And then on this one, I have, 15 of this guy. This was the monthly class for January of earlier in this year. It had 2 kind of lovey-dovey cards, and then the plant card was Grow with Love. And then in front of here, I have just 2 left, and this was August monthly of 2024. 34 last year. This was 24. So it was the yellow submarine, and then a fish, and then the seashell by the seashore. So I have 2 left of that one. I have the monthly class from, I think this was March. There's maybe a 6 left of that. It had the love and thanks. It had a cross card, and it had the umbrella card. So you really needed sentiments and some raindrops and some foliage. So I've got maybe 7 or 8 of that one. The April monthly class of 25, I've got here. There was the dinosaur card, the floral delight card, and then the lobster card. So you just need sentiments. There was a Dino that you kind of needed here, or you could use something else, but these are designer paper. And then I've got this one right here is the Artful Amaryllis. So if you don't have the amaryllis, you could definitely stamp whatever focal images you wanted on each of those, and then you just needed sentiments. These didn't have to be Christmassy if you didn't go with red and green on your focal image, but this one definitely was kind of Christmassy because of that paper being somewhat Christmassy. All right, so I also have one more, just look down, I have one more box yet. I forgot this box the last time too. I was so sad. I like kind of kicked myself. I'm like, God darn it, how did you forget that box? And it was right here. So I have one more box here that I have some more things in. So random things. This was the Fun Folds class from February of, I gotta look, that one doesn't seem like it should be there. Because I think that, you guys, I think that that class actually is not available. It was February here. I gotta find out why. I have all my names filled out. So this does belong to somebody, and I have to figure that out who that is. Okay, so this is the Timeless Twisted in Time. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was the quarterly order-based class that we had in April. You needed a sentiment. That one you did need to stamp a tree, or you could use something else. Now this one again was the order-based class, so it was free with an order, but now these would be available for purchase if you wanted to just purchase it versus order. And that one was Tyler's favorite. That opens like that with the tree on it. And so lots of die cutting done for you already. So you just primarily needed this one focal image there, and otherwise sentiments. So I've got the Twisted in Time here. You know what? I just gave Twisted in Time to somebody. I gotta think about who that was. I'm like, I gotta remember that. They came to the escape. I can't remember who that was. Okay, so these are the other ones that I have from Rose here. So the Friends for Life. I got like 5 of these. And then 1 Snowy Wonder left. And then I've got a couple embellishment shares that were left from the Spring Mini Catalog. So if you wanted a little sampling of what embellishments were released in January, and then these were actually also online exclusives from November of last year. So I've got 2 of these left from the spring. And then I did also have some of the ribbon shares left here too. There were 4 of them. This was 2 yards of each of these rolls, from each of these rolls. So there's 4 of those. I only have, it looks like 2 left of Sentimental Christmas. Now this was the order-based class last October, so a whole year ago. We have 2 left. And this one was my favorite card. I love it with the peacock. And then we had this Christmas card like that. And then the snowflake one with the pecan. And then this guy. So again, this was order-based class, but it wouldn't be an order-based class now. If anybody wants to just buy this as a class, this is available for purchase. And there are 2 left of that one. I've forgot to show this box like the last few times. This was the Fun Folds class. It was January's Fun Fold class. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left, right? Which we made 96, and to have 9 left now, I'm like, that's not so bad, right? It helped us to kind of figure out how many to make going forward, but like we definitely didn't make enough of this last one because we ran out of right away. But these were all Fun Folds, right? So you just needed sentiment for that one. This one was, this pops up like this. And then that goes like that. And I don't know why that's there, but it shouldn't be. It's for the bottom, but we already got one. So that fold was really cool. And then we've got It's Your Day. And that was an easel card, like an easier fun fold. And then we've got the mushroom card. And that was one of these guys. And again, I don't know why I have these here. So, okay. So that is the Kellogg Launch Fun Folds from January, 9 left. So I would probably reduce that from 22 down to 20 as well. And then I had just 2 of these DSP samplers left. I got down to the very end. From spring, there was a product share here that was the designer paper. And then I have one that was from the fall, which was, oh, here, I have actually the DSP and I have the ribbon embellishments. So it was a little sampling of all of the, this was from the Autumn Creative Escape from last year. So this was the holiday mini. So there's one of the embellishment shares and there's one of the paper shares. And this was from the holiday mini of 24. Right, so I don't have lots left. There is also one more DSP share that I had. I wonder if I have it over here. Hang 1 second. Yes, I have one more. So like, you can't just buy, like if you have 7 people sign up for a share, you might as well buy for the 8, right? So that's exactly what happened. So I have one left here. This is from the annual catalog. This is the paper share. So I have the annual catalog available. I have the spring mini one available. And I have the fall mini from last year, plus the embellishment one from the fall last year and 2 from the spring. But for annual catalog, I really don't have anything for ribbon or embellishments. And I'm still taking, oh, I still have ribbon here for spring. I'm still taking registrations for the fall, like for right now. If you want to get paper, so 2 things, like you could get the paper for the fall now, or if you sign up for the Palooza, paper Palooza, just know that that comes with a 12x6 paper share. If you got the Escape, it came with a 6x6 paper share. And then lastly, I have one Stampin' Stack. We did really good. Out of all the Stampin' Stacks we've done through the years, we only have this one left. The Festive went away just recently, like in the last month and a half. And so this is the Wildflower Birthday Stampin' Stack. And this one was really cool. It was, you made 5 of these little gift bags, right? So these were the sheets of paper that were left. So you made 5 little gift bags. And then there were 15 cards, right? So it was a mega class, you guys. There were 15 cards that had 2, they were pairs. Some were 2, where you did 2 of them. Some were with 1. So there were 15 of those. And then there were 5 tags that were included that you could put on your gift bags, right? And then there were 5 mini cards that you could make. And 2 of them got doubled up, I think. Like there were 2 cupcake ones, and then there were 2 cake ones and that. So if you host bridal showers or baby showers, like this was what was in our mind, that you could put like 3 cards in each of these bags, and you have 5 with the ribbon on here. You would give these away as attendance gifts, right? For the prizes when you do the shower games and stuff like that. That's or if you have a friend that has a birthday coming up, you could definitely give them this as a birthday. Like make this up and use it as the gifts for people in your life. So that was, I think we're down to maybe 15 of this one now. I think it was nice. We've sold like 4 of them in the last month or 2. So I just got to show this kind of stuff because that one was a great class. And this one, I reduced the price on this to $50. So it used to be $65 and I took $15 off. So if anybody wants to get this one, it's $15. Okay. So, yeah, just, I was going to at some point send it, and so Tigger still took my chair, you guys. I'm not gonna, oh, he just made a noise too. He's like, don't you dare kick me out of this chair. So I was gonna make like a past class sale announcement. I've been way too busy to even think about that. So I just know that if you sign up for any of my classes that there's like more than 10, I've been reducing the pricing and just telling you that when you register for the classes. So I think some of you have noticed that when you sign up for those classes, like the Wildflower was definitely, I've been doing, it's always like the base price plus shipping. So Sandy said she sent the registration and a follow-up email. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh man, Penny Poe, my sunshine friend, you are kind of late, but you get to see the amazing, handsome kitten here. Look at him. He's so happy to be in my chair. I don't know what it is about these kittens, but they absolutely love to be in my chair. Whenever I get up, they try to take it right off the bat. Okay. So we went way over what I thought we would. No, I don't know, 2.5 hours. That's probably what it was going to be. My showcases usually do take that long because there's always so much to share and so much to show. There's also ways that you guys can get involved with swapping if you want to just know if you're looking for more swap opportunities. I have a customer swap that I host every month that usually has between 5 and 6 people in it, so it's small amounts of cards. and that is an option. And then my team, if you're on my team, you have swapping options. And then when I host events like the Escapes and Stampin' Find the Sun, there are swapping options for that too. Plus, I forgot, the Radically Retro Swap Party is coming up in October on the 26th at 3:30 p.m. We have almost 4 groups full. We are just 7 cards short of filling a 4th group. So you would make 20 cards and you'll get 19 back. I do keep one as being the host, and then what I do is I generally donate those cards, or I use them as raffle prizes, as you know what I mean. I'll show them off, and then I find a happy home for them. And so Percy steals Larry's chair. I bet Percy does. So if anybody wants to get in on the swap here yet, though, I made an announcement on here. So like at the top here, it says looking for people to sign up for the Radically Retro Swap. I should highlight that so that it takes you right to the event. I will. And when you go to events, though, it's October 26th. And this is where you would sign up. You go in here and there's a swap sign up sheet. It says click here to let us know. I know it says by Friday, September 19th, and that passed, but I also pulled all of the information, and I know that we still need 7 more cards. So if you want to sign up for 3 groups, you could, and then that would reduce us from like needing 8 cards to 5 cards, or I don't know if we need 7 cards, it would reduce us by 4. So there are 4 groups, and you would design a card for each group using a different retired stamp set, different retired designer paper, retired everything, right? The only thing that can be current, because it's the Radically Retro, that like throwback, so you can't use non-Stampin' Up. It has to be all Stampin' Up products, right? So if you use non-Stampin' Up products, your cards will be returned to you. I'm sorry if that happens to you. It's just how it is. It's a Stampin' Up swap that I'm hosting. And the goal is to use your retired products, using retired products, except for cardstock and ink color. So if you're interested, it's not really that crazy. Just read through the instructions. It's on October 26th is the day that you'll find the information. If you want to get signed up, it's not too late. I am still looking for 7 or 8 more cards to be created. So again, one person can do 4 groups, which would give us 4 cards. One person could do 2, which would give us 2. So I don't need 7 or 8 people. I just need a total of 7 or 8 more cards to be enough to close off a group. So that's perfect. That's one of my questions. So Connie, is it about the Radically Retro Swap? So yes, it's just October 26th. Read through this entire event description. It has to have a minimum of 3 layers. You have to use ribbon and or gems. They're not just a card with a mat and a label. Like you want to have at least 3 layers. Like 1 can be the base, 2 for a mat, and 3 for another mat or designer paper. But then here we have another layer and another layer and another layer. So generally a card like this would be perfect, right? And then it's and or gems, clean cuts. You have to have an inside in, and your inside has to have a focal image. It could be designer paper, it could be a stamp. The sentiment on the inside is optional. But any of these cards like this that we've created, like for the Palooza, would be perfect cards that you could do for the Radically Retro. Again, the whole purpose of the Radically Retro, we created this event or this swap like 4 years ago. I can't remember the first time we did it. But the goal was to use retired stuff that we hadn't used, because we buy things and then we never use them. So, right? So the goal was to use that stamp set that you had bought and never used, and use that designer paper that you'd never used. And it's making 20 cards, all A2 size cards, and in clear Stampin' Up envelopes. So hopefully, Connie, that answers your question completely. If not, you can always reach out to me and we'll figure out if you have more. And Connie, I know you said that you did need to chat, so definitely give me a call later on if you want to. Oh my gosh, that is all full of cat fur. Okay, story of my life. All right, so now that I talked about that, I think I'm good. I think I'm good standing like this too. If I missed anything, you guys, we'll catch it the next time. I won't be live now all week, right? I don't have anything on the calendar for me to do a live, but I do know Diane Bogenhagen has class in here on Monday night. Gina has class, I think, this coming week, or I know Kelly has class this coming week. You'll get more, there'll be content coming. I won't be live. I'm going to be working on lots of things. So again, we talked about how to register If you guys have any problems, just reach out. Like if I see a phone call, I'll try to call you back really quick. And if I can't, then just know I'll get back to you around the 6th or the 7th. So, all right. Cool beans. I think that I'm good. If I miss anything, it's just how it's going to be. So, all right. Lots of, oh, don't forget the sign up special is October 1st. So that is on next week, Wednesday. So you will see an email from me about that. So if anybody's looking to get signed up, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to get you signed up to be a Be Happy Stamper. Yay. All right. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs, you guys. We'll see you soon. Love ya. Bye. Enjoy your weekend.